Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, we should be live there.
I'm a little loud.
All right, welcome to Rose Mofford Sports Complex, where number 4 Round Valley Elks are playing the number 5 Horizon Honor Eagles. Both of them with a first-round win last night. Horizon Honors won 10-1, I believe, and the Round Valley Elks had a comeback win.
14-4.
14-4.
Yeah, they put up 9 runs in the bottom of the 6th. They win 14-4.
Last night I had the Horizon Honors game, and in the bottom of the 6th inning, they had the number 10 run on third base with 1 out and couldn't play it to end the game, so we had to go 7 with them.
First pitch to Jess Leak was a strike, starting the count off 0-1. Like Paul said, Round Valley Elks the home team today. Ball's high, 1-1.
So I think this is going to be a great ball game today. You know, I had Horizon last night. I've also had the Elks. Elks are a very good team. Horizon's a very good team as well. They have a pitcher who works fast. She just gets right back up there. Round Valley's pitcher does the same thing. So we're going to have a fast game. Better be ready to play, and we're going to get going.
The count goes to 2-1. Kyrie Walker, last 2 pitches been pretty high in the zone. Comes back, gives her the corner. He's kind of got a late call.
You know, with especially these guys down here in the valley, you have your ASA officials, and they want you to have that delay. Usually you're supposed to have a big call, and then you go up with the strike. So if you'll hear him say it, and then he'll go up with a delayed strike.
Ball's hit to center field and caught by Merrick Newby for 1 out, bringing up Hollinger, number 20. This is also their pitcher, Paul.
Yeah, this is a pitch. She's good. You know, good little pitcher, works fast. Their first 4 or 5 batters for Horizon are very good. So if you can keep them under control, I think as an Elk, you have a great opportunity here.
See what Walker does. Starts her off probably with a fastball. Seems like Kyrie comes pretty much straight at people.
There's a strike.
Strike. Looks like a little cutter she throws. I think it's a circle curve. I don't know what they call it in softball.
I don't know. As long as it moves. You know, movement's great. You know, as a baseball pitcher, you know, movement's great on your pitches. Makes it tougher for the batter. So
she swings. Third base, I say Donaldson, but Shiloh McCall makes a error. That would be an E5 in my book, Paul. But
yeah.
nice field, but she just left the throw a little low.
Got in a little bit of a hurry. Spiked it into the ground. Made it a tough play for Haas at first base, who almost came up with it, but there's their first base runner.
So now with 1 out, the third batter coming up, Corey, number 55. Again, I don't know a lot of these girls. They're in a different conference than our girls, so I don't really know what they do or how they do it.
I just remember, like I said, from last night, seeing them last night. Their first few batters are tough. They get a little bit, you know, like all batting orders, a little bit weaker as you get to the bottom of the order. So
that's one thing about Round Valley. They've been pretty solid all the way through. Actually, last night, our bottom of the order was the ones that really kept us going in the game.
That's great when
swinging strike
when they can do that. In the 6th inning, though, when Horizon they were up 3-1 going into the 6th, and they put up 7. It was their bottom order that started that inning off for them. So
you just never know.
Yeah, when you get that bottom order going, it really makes for big innings too.
Well, 1-1 count. There's the pitch, swing and a miss, taking the count to 1-2 with 1 out and a runner on first base.
I tell you, in softball, like right there, you just saw it. If you can take some speed off of it, these girls will swing over it hard. A changeup in softball is devastating.
You know, last night Kyrie threw really well. They couldn't catch up to her fastball. When Pima did hit, they hit her changeup only.
There's
another one. 2-2 count. I think the scoreboard's delayed on us a little bit, but I believe it's a 2-2 count. I know she swung twice, so it has to be.
The big blue in front agrees with you.
So here we go. Calls her out on a high fastball. Must cut the outside corner. Looked a little high, but
he's got a big zone, you know, which means you better swing the bat today if you want to have an opportunity to win this game.
Could be a pitcher's duel if it's real big. But 2 outs in the top of the first with the runner on first base, bringing up number 54, Wells, who plays shortstop. I imagine she's a pretty good athlete.
She's a very, very good athlete.
See what Walker gives her.
I don't remember any balls getting past the shortstop for Horizon last night. She was solid.
Usually your shortstop's a pretty good athlete. That ball was left down, 1-0 count.
tell you, talking about athletes and the Round Valley, the center fielder, I had them in Shola, which for the Round Valley wasn't a great game for them, but I tell you what, that center fielder made practically every play that she could out there.
Merrick is fast. Merrick Newby, she is a great outfielder. She's fast. She's a junior too, and she's coming back.
That's amazing. Unfortunately for her, the one ball did bounce out of her glove and over the fence, but she was making plays in left and right field and almost at second base. She was all over the outfield. It was amazing to watch her out there.
She is good. 2-1 count. See what Walker brings. Fastball, little nub, hit off the bat. Logan throws the Haas. Looks like 3 outs. So the Round Valley Elks come out of the top of the first, leaving the score 0-0. Round Valley Elks coming up in the bottom of the first inning.
That's a great first half inning for the Elks. Last night, Horizon came out and they put 2 up real quick and they led the whole game, obviously, but Bisbee was able to cut it in the 4th, I believe it was, to 2-1, and then they got an extra one. So they jumped out early last night. Tonight, you held them to 0, so that's a good start.
Pima jumped out ahead of us last night. The Round Valley Elks in that game, and then Round Valley settled down. It really wasn't until the 6th inning. They could just never catch up to that off-speed pitcher. Pima threw a girl, didn't throw real hard, but she definitely had the Round Valley Elks out in front all night. I think if Horizon Honors throws a little bit faster pitcher tonight, Round Valley's going to jump on her, and that's my opinion.
Last night she looked fast, but Bisbee kept moving up in the box, and as they moved up in the box, they were able to start hitting her. But she had good pop on the ball, and it looked fast from the field that I saw. So maybe it's deceptively fast. I'm not sure. But once Bisbee moved up, they were able to start getting a few hits. So we'll see what adjustments Round Valley does make. Round Valley's pretty young, though, I think. 2 seniors?
Yeah, the shortstop and the first baseman, Haas and Mariscal, are the only 2 seniors. And then, they got a lot of talent coming up. Our catcher, who's, 9 home runs on the year so far, she's only a freshman.
That's amazing.
And I was saying this last night. Every single girl that's played on the varsity game, like a starter, 1 through 10, has hit a home run this year out of the park.
That's amazing. I know they have club ball over there, which really, really helps them out. But, maybe last night could have been in first game state playoff jitters.
The whole atmosphere, as you talk to people and coaches, one thing you love about sports is getting into the playoffs because the whole atmosphere changes about how the game's played. We all come in at 0-0,
Yes, sir.
Everybody's record's the same when it starts.
Yeah. And then you come off the mountain. It's 96, I think it was yesterday. It was quite warm and very stifling. There was no breeze today. There's slight breeze, which helps. And it's a little bit cooler. So that affects the girls too.
Oh, I have to agree. I think we're practicing in snow on Monday and then playing in 99-degree weather on Friday. Makes it a great change.
It makes it tough. I've done a lot of games up there where it snows the week before, and then we'll come down here and it's 110-degree heat, and it's just you're dying as an umpire.
Oh.
I couldn't imagine being one of the players as well.
I'm dying as an announcer. 1-0 to Kayla Logan.
Well, you have Kale running back and forth. He's going to increase our heat by 10 degrees.
All right, that's a good hit down the third base line. It looks like it's going to go to the fence. Logan's going to take second base. No, she's going to round second a little hard. And it goes diving back into second with no throw. But Kayla Logan looks like she jumped on the fastball first pitch pretty much. Drove it to left field.
That's a great hit. I mean, that thing barely stayed fair and gets to the fence out there in left field. Has to go all the way to the fence. Looked like the coach was thinking about bringing her to third, and the last second held her up. So she had to hustle back. Coach Emerald is a pretty aggressive base runner, so if he thinks he can advance him, he's going to take the chance. I love that. And, when you get baseball guys who coach softball, they're willing to take those chances more often. And it makes a fun game.
It does make it fun. Number 9 is Maddie Mariscal, like we talked about. She's one of the only seniors on the team. She takes the first pitch high, leaving the count 1-0 with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, I'm not sure, where her athletic ability comes from. I know it's not from the uncle.
No, definitely not the uncle, but she lays down
Great
a bunt.
bunt.
Pretty good bunt. Ooh,
Wow.
The girl makes a good play.
Great bunt, great throw. Tough out at first. That was close.
That's going to be a 1-3. Fielders, I guess that'd go in the books as a sacrifice bunt, advancing the runner to third base, but really I think she was bunting more for a base hit than a sacrifice.
I'm for it. Last night I had Benson, and they bunted most of the game, and they ended up winning 16-1. So they put on a show last night on how to bunt.
Ball's left high. Here comes the runner from third. She is going to be safe at home. Logan's safe, making the score 1-0. I guess that's why you bunt that situation. Put her on third base, and a pass ball, you get a run.
Get the runner over. Let's get our confidence up a little bit. Show that we can score. Start off a little bit better than last night.
I agree with you. You know, that leaves the count 1-0 on Uriola. Anna's really had a great year. This is the girl I was talking about that's a freshman that's hit 9 home runs so far this year. She leaves that one down, but he calls it a strike, 1-1 count.
Yeah, it looks like it's right about the knees. Tough pitch to hit. Good one to let go on the first strike.
There goes 2-1 outside. You know, and I always say to my baseball players, there's 3 pitches, 3 strikes. The pitcher's got one, the batter's got one, and the ump's got one. So you just got to hit your one.
Yeah, make sure you get yours.
Shoot, looks like she throws a changeup. It's going to run the count to 1-2. Anna was out in front, just kind of flipped it back to the backstop at us.
That's what's tough about the changeup is you're amped up. You're going to swing hard, and all of a sudden that thing just comes out of there super slow, and you're doing everything you can to foul it off.
Ooh, she gets hit in the calf. She's going to take first base. Irola gets hit in the calf. Let's see if she walks it off or not. You know, this is the freshman part right here. When you get hit at a varsity level, it's a little bit different than getting hit in junior high.
Yeah, they throw a little bit harder.
Yeah, just a little. Looks like she's going to get pinched run for her. Usually that's pretty common, though. I don't think it's because she got hit. I think it's because Jalen Wright's going to number 7 pinch run for her.
You get the courtesy runners. You know, in baseball, courtesy runner for your pitcher-catcher helps keep the game flowing a little bit better. But also, you know, you can put a little bit more of an athlete out there.
Yeah, well, either one of those girls can run, so. Wright takes a pretty big lead. 1 out, bottom of the first, a 1-0 game, 1-0. I got made fun of saying nothing yesterday, so I'm going to say 1-0 game in the bottom of the first.
I always thought it was nothing.
There's a strike, running the count 1-1. I don't know if Muth loved that call. She's got a kind of little smile on her face.
Yeah, you know, I think he called it on her swinging, that she put the bat through the zone.
Shows bunt, pulls back. You know, I've always thought that was kind of funny. That pitch didn't look too bad to me, but she gets the ball call because she pulls back.
Right. And, you know, as an umpire, you got so much stuff that you're looking at. You're looking at the pitch coming in and what the batter's doing with the bat, the catcher catching. All this stuff's going on at once. And if one thing changes on you, it can affect your zone a little bit.
Again, she shows bunt, taking it again, pulling back, running the count at 2-2 with a runner on first base and 1 down. Let's see what the Muth does here as the count's 2-2. Oh, throws a changeup, and she decides a little late that that's going to be a strike.
Yeah, that was like, oh, I better swing because he's been calling that up there a little bit. I think it was still a little bit high on even his zone, but
again, that's that changeup you talked about, though. You never know when it's going to fall in the zone or not.
No, they're super tough.
Here's her sister backing her up. Let's see if number 5 batter, number 10, Allison Muth, the little sister of Emily Muth. She's number 10's a sophomore. Again, Round Valley's just got a lot of young talent. There she is.
As a fan, you know, for Round Valley, you got to be really excited about the future of this club. I mean, heck, they're a 4 seed. They're expected to win today and take their chances next week. So, I mean, the excitement is great for this year, but it's got to be even higher in the next couple of years.
Round Valley's definitely got a program started, and Coach Emerald and some of these coaches, the ball just bled to the pitcher for the 3rd out, not hit very hard. So, really, Horizon Honors gets out of that inning, only giving up 1 run. So we're going in the top of the 2nd inning. Round Valley up 1-0, 1-0.
1-0. I've always said 1-0. It must be a baseball thing.
Yeah.
I said, you know, played baseball my whole life through high school, and it's always been 1-0.
Yeah, that's the way I like to say it, 1-0. But we'll go with 1-0. Top of the 2nd. Walker goes back out to pitch. We'll see what Horizon Honors can do as they go. They should be right about, you know, their number 5, 6, and 7 batter.
I think so. But I think a lot of it has to do with the 1-0, 1-0 has to be the girls are smarter than the guys. So they're going to use the better language, better wording for it. They're just smarter.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if their coaches are, though.
Well, you know, they are guys.
I'm just kidding. I'll be honest, today is a lot nicer day than yesterday, man.
I tell you, yesterday for me was brutal. I was wearing all my plate gear behind the plate, had to do an hour and 15-minute game. Sweat pouring off of me. My hat, I had to wring it out before I put it in my bag.
Finally, somebody else down here in the valley got to feel how I feel every time you ump a game for me.
I tell you, the coaches were sweating more than you've ever seen.
I was like, great. They came up and asked me, they go, you know about this Paul Hancock guy? I was like, yeah, just be nice.
Just be nice.
Well, here we go. Like I said, top of the second, we got number, I think it's 54. Should know that?
I think so. Yeah, 54. And she played third base?
Yep, she played third base, so. Well, I got her playing shortstop. Maybe I was off about her on the last one or something.
Should be number 54. Yesterday she was I thought she played third last night. Yes, last night. So good little hitter.
She takes a first pitch strike from Walker. You know, Walker really does have a pretty commanding fastball. Then if she can slows it down just a little bit, it throws people off.
Change of speed in softball is pretty rough. So 54 last night.
Ooh, there's the changeup. She keeps her hands back fairly well. Walker makes the play. Again, that ball's not hit very hard because of the changeup. She gets out in front, hits it right off the front of the bat.
Yeah, Walker's doing a great job of changing up her pitches. You know, keeping them guessing a little bit. You know, any game, baseball, softball, you get into a pattern. The coaches figure it out, the batters figure it out, and pretty soon it makes for a rough day for the pitcher. So if the pitcher can keep things changing up a little bit, it makes it hard for the batters.
She leaves first pitch high to number 9, who is Kay. Looks like she plays first base for him.
Good little hitter.
So 1-0 count with 1 out in top of the second inning. Round Valley winning 1-0.
Just a little bit low.
The ump doesn't like that one. Leaves that little, I call it a cutter in baseball, but I don't know what they call it in softball. But that runs the count to 1-1. The scoreboard shows 2-0, but I believe it's 1-1. Doesn't matter. There's a little bleeder to third base. She throws it across. She misses it at first. It goes around to second. She slides in the second. She's going to be safe again. It looked like the throw from Shiloh. McCall was a little low, and Carly Haas just could not pick it up.
Yeah, slow roller with the short bases that softball has. Slow roller to third baseman. She's got to come up firing, so she had to do that. A little bit low. Haas had a tough time handling it, but the right fielder hustling.
Macy Soderquist out there backing it up.
Was able to keep that and make it a close play at second base. I thought for a second she was going to get her.
This girl, number 9, and 25 is Anderson. I could be off again. This is 24. They switched this on me. She leaves it inside, 1-0. Well, here's Horizon Honors with 1 out on top of the second with a girl in scoring position. Let's see how they can execute.
Yeah, pitcher's got to step up right here and try to get another ground ball out and minimize any damage. Try to keep that runner at second.
There's the pitch. It looked like a little bit of a rise ball. Didn't look like her normal fastball. So running the count 1-1.
Yeah, it's crazy what pitchers can do in softball. There's so many more pitches that they have to their repertoire than what a baseball guy has.
I don't know if it's the size of the ball or what, but it does seem like it moves quite a bit more. He doesn't. This blue does not like that inside corner.
It does not.
She leaves it again on the inside corner, 2-1, with 1 out. You know, we got a perfect position, so I feel pretty much like I'm the umpire.
Yeah, it's a great position right here. Little pop-up foul.
Foul to the screen, 2-2 count with 1 out in the top of the second. Round Valley up 1-0. But what do you throw here? As a pitcher, 2-2 count, you throw your best pitch, right?
I think so. I know, like, as an umpire, I try to think of it that way. I'm like, this, as your best, as a pitcher, 2-2, you don't want to go to 3-2. You want to get the out right here.
She leaves it low. Girl takes third, and she's safe. The ball's thrown to the left field. She's going to get up. Throw coming in from Muth, and she's going to be safe at home.
Ties the ball game up.
So it's a 1-1 game. It looks to me like we threw the ball away into left field a little bit, and the girl advanced, stealing third, advances the home on an error, tying the game to 1-0. Horizon Honors really, being aggressive on the base pass right there.
Yeah, aggressiveness manufactured a run. That's a great job by Horizon Honors. I think you push out the envelope every chance you get. You get an opportunity to take third, take second, make them throw the ball.
Walker gets the inside call that time. That ball was a little higher in the zone, though. Full count, strikes her out. 2 outs, top of the second. A 1-1 game, though. Again, the runner advances from second base to home on wild throws.
Well, she got to first on a wild throw as well. So
correct.
Two throws, 2 missed balls, plates that one runner. That's what aggressiveness can get you.
That's a frustrating strike 1 on number 25, Johnson. But that's a frustrating about sports. Kyrie Rocker still really throwing a no-hitter and he's giving up a run.
Yeah. She's had 2 base runners that should have been outs.
There she leaves another one right in the middle. The Horizon Honors batter running the count to 0-2.
I think right now is a great opportunity for your change.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, this pitch can be in the ground. This pitch can be high. This pitch shouldn't be in the zone.
No.
So you can throw your best pitch. Again,
There's the change.
Good call. Good call, Paul. She throws a change up high, running the count to 1-2 with 2 outs. The frustrating thing is if you strike this girl out, the last 2 girls will be struck out, and that girl should still be sitting on second base.
Absolutely. That's tough for a pitcher, but, that's why you play the game.
She drives the ball foul down the first baseline, and it goes out of play, running the count still to 1-2 with 2 outs. And I'd come back at her almost with a high fastball. Seems like she was a little bit behind that.
I think so. I don't think she can catch up to her fastball. Just bring it.
Looks like
End it
Anna's
now.
calling for it high, and there's the pitch, and she crosses her catcher up a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that might carry a little bit too far in.
Running the count to 2-2.
Yeah, it looks like the second out light might be out up there. Or strike light might be out on the scoreboard.
They don't like to give it to us. There's a pitch right down the middle of the plate, and she takes it. Strike 3.
Great pitch.
Again, that's the thing I says that's frustrating. The girl gets on an error, advances the third base and the home on overthrows, making the game 1-1. Going into the bottom of the second round, coming up, and it's an even ball game.
Yeah, that's a frustrating inning for the Elk. But, they only gave up the 1.
Yep.
So.
Well, now we know. You take a little bit of side note, so if Horizon gets on base, they are going to run on you.
They are aggressive. From what I saw last night, they're a very aggressive team. Well coached. Round Valley's well coached, so it could be a little bit of a chess match going on out there tonight or this afternoon.
Well, hopefully it doesn't go into the night.
Well, if you get a pitcher's duel, usually softball is fast.
It's a lot faster pace game than baseball. We were talking about that a little bit yesterday, how the speed of softball is so much quicker than baseball.
Yeah, you know what? They just pitched. The batter's got 10 seconds, and there's 30 seconds between pitches at the max. So the pitch has got to come. In baseball, you have the runner leading off, and then
pickoffs.
You got mind games being played out there with the runner, with the pitcher. So it just extends the game a lot more.
You got coaches like me, we'll throw over to first base 5 or 6 times per runner. I mean, it frustrates the umpires probably sometimes, but we got to keep that kid tired from stealing second on us.
Keep the legs tight so that they don't explode out of there.
In softball, you just don't have that continuous diving back into the first base bag like you do in baseball. Here, Macy Soderquist is coming up for the Round Valley Elks. She's a sophomore. She's had a great year this year. Really, all the Round Valley Elks had a pretty good year. She swings at the first pitch. It looks like she just missed a high fastball.
I think the pitcher took a little bit off of that one. Didn't give her really a changeup. Didn't give her the fastball. Just took a little bit off of that, and she had a hard time adjusting.
Here's this. Second pitch comes up in on her hands as she backs out of the way, leading the count to 1-1.
I'm sure her dad's in there yelling at her to roll into that sucker.
In the state playoffs, she probably should.
Get on the base. Get on the base.
There she fouls off the next pitch, running the count to 1-2. That one, when it fouls straight back like that, I say the batter's on. They just missed it.
Just missed. That's agreed. 100. See that all the time, and that was a hard hit ball.
She just barely missed it, hit the bottom half. Here it goes. This is where the pitcher's probably going to throw her best pitch. And she gives her a pretty high fastball. Soderquist goes after it for strike 3. We're going to still be in the bottom of the second now with 1 out, and Carly Hawes is coming up. Here's another one of the seniors, the first baseman. The 2 seniors they do have, she is one of them. She caught a lot for him last year and made the transition over to first base, and she's done a great job for him this year.
Carly's just tough as nails.
Oh, she's one of the best athletes I've seen in all sports.
Great competitor. She's just very tough competitor. I call her Bose because of her elbows in basketball.
Yeah.
I think it's her freshman year, so I've been calling her that for about 4 years now. But great kid, great competitor.
She hits one to the shortstop, just a little bleeder. The shortstop makes the play. She just did not square that ball up very well at all. Looks like she got a changeup again and was out in front.
Yeah, just didn't catch up to the changeup.
So now 2 outs with Shiloh McCall coming up. Now Shiloh's the one that started us off last night. She hit one hard up the middle and really hit the pitcher. Changed the whole complex of the game. See what she can do in the 9-hole. Oh, she's in the 8-hole, sorry. She takes a first pitch. It seems like that first pitch strike they kind of keep taking is the one they should be hitting.
There's as a coach, some coaches make them throw you the first strike. Other coaches are like, man, sometimes that first pitch is the best pitch.
Oh, she ropes the second pitch, foul down the third base line. That's going to be out of play, but she definitely did not let that one go by.
No, sir. That's a long, loud strike.
Now it's 0-2, so you're probably going to see a couple nasty pitches here at the next.
Yeah, I think, if you're Horizon, you see how hard she hit that one, I wouldn't come back in.
No, you're probably going to get a couple change up.
Again, you're up 0-2. You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be your best pitch. It's the pitch that you want to throw.
It looks like she's going outside with a little bit of a
change.
That looked like a circle curve is almost what I call. It seemed like the ball was spinning different than it would have changed. It seems like a change will stay a little higher and float down. That seemed like it kind of floated out.
Yes, yeah, it did actually. Again, what they can do with this stinking ball is just amazing.
So I would call that one a circle curve, leading the count to 0-2 still.
0-2. Now you got to battle off.
Then she goes with her fastball, leaves it high and outside, which is a good pitch also in high school sports. High school softball, you're up 0-2, high pitch, looks fat coming in, it's hard to hit.
Yeah, and if you do hit it, it's a pop-up.
Oh, she goes right outside, I want to say. Running the count at 2-2.
I think we all held our breath on that one.
She got a lot better eye than I do.
Yeah. That was one. It's like, holy cow.
So, now here comes probably a fastball again. There's the pitch. Ooh.
Wow. That is two very close pitches. Very close pitches right there.
I'm going to say she ran the count full.
Full count.
Full count. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Tie ball game. Here's the payoff pitch. Shiloh roped a payoff pitch last night. We'll see what happens today. Leaves it high and outside. She's going to take her base.
Wow. If you're Horizon, you're not happy. Up to 0-2 and then throw four straight balls. 2 of them were close. 2 of them were super close. And great discipline at the plate.
We'll call it great discipline. And Shiloh will call on first base. Merrick Newby up to bat. Here's the center fielder Paul was talking about. If I was Merrick, I'd jump on the first pitch.
I would too. Well, maybe
good
not.
eye.
Maybe
good
not.
eye.
Maybe not. We would have missed.
We would have missed. She leaves that one high and away, running the count to 1-0, 1-0. Shiloh's on first base, and let's see if Merrick Newby can get a hold of one for the Elks. Leaves it high again.
I think the pitcher might be a little bit frustrated after that last at-bat.
I was going to say the same thing. It looks like now she's missing the zone out of frustration more than out of control.
I think, have a shortstop come in and have a quick meeting with her.
She throws her changeup on a 2-0 count and leaves it down. Running the count to 3-0. This is where baseball and softball might be a little different. Here, this would be 100% take for me if I had a batter up.
I think you do. I mean, she's just thrown 7 straight balls.
Let's see what she does here. Right down the middle. It probably was a take, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't think she was looking to swing on that one.
Nope, 3-1 count, though.
But again, 7 straight balls.
Yeah.
What's the odds of that one coming in like that?
Here comes Merrick now. She's got to come after her again with a fastball.
Yeah, she's got to throw her best pitches here. You don't want to get to the top of this order, I don't think.
She throws her a changeup and walks her, which I kind of disagree if that call's coming from the dugout. That's a tough pitch to put your pitcher in.
That's tough. You see a lot of girls who throw the changeup. They don't have the command of it yet. That when you have to have a strike, that's not the pitch that I would go to.
Well, yeah, if you have to have a strike, you got to throw your best pitch. I can't imagine that being her best pitch.
Yeah, I've seen way too many changeups go here, there, and a little bit of everywhere. There's another changeup.
And she gets the call on that changeup. It was left a little higher in the zone. Logan didn't like it. She leaves it alone, running the count 1-0. With Round Valley runners on second and first base in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. See if Logan can get a hold of one. Leaves it inside, running the count to 1-1.
Pitcher's got her hand up a little bit. She's getting frustrated.
I got Kel Hancock, the executive producer over here, giving me the stats. Appreciate it.
He'll keep you on your toes. He'll keep you on your toes. He likes this type of stuff. Pitch outside.
2-1. The thing is with Kayla Logan, if she makes a mistake, Kayla will make her pay. She might have one of the most natural swings I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of power on this Round Valley team. Great hitting. So right now.
There she leaves in the middle of the plate, and Logan just misses it, driving the ball foul down the third baseline. If that would have gone fair, that would have been a run, if not 2.
Maybe 2. And remember, she started off this game with that drive down the third baseline that just stayed fair.
So a 2-2 count. She's going to be ready to go on the pitch.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the changeup come up.
Seems like that's what they like to throw in this situation.
Yeah, she's thrown a lot this inning, just trying to keep them over. There it is.
There it is. Keeps her hands back, drives it up the middle.
Are we going to get one?
Shiloh McCall is going to come in and score standing up. Kayla Logan gets a RBI single, running the score to Round Valley 2. Horizon Honors 1 in the bottom of the second inning with 2 outs. That's a great at bat by Logan.
Yeah, she held on to that. It's like she expected the change up. She stayed back, and drove it right up the middle.
You know, perfect. Hands back, textbook swinging by Logan. Here's Mariscal.
You like to see Mariscal get a hole winner here.
Leaves it high. Last about, Mariscal tried to lay down a little bunt, was out by maybe a step. It was fairly close. The catcher and pitcher looked like they crossed each other up again.
Yeah, I think it's a great time for the catcher to go talk to the pitcher. Just gave up a run. You were in control up until the first walk of this inning, and then you've kind of lost focus a little bit.
And that first walk, she didn't really miss by a lot. You know, those calls could have gone either way, I believe.
No, I think they missed by, you'd have to measure it with a micrometer.
So there you go. Even an official umpire saw it the same way I did.
They were close, you know.
That's part of the game, though, right? That's one of the factors, is the way the blue sees the ball come across the plate.
You know, that's what it is. A lot of times the fans and some of the coaches will say, well, they caught it here. Yeah, they caught it there, but it's where it crosses the plate.
Yep, she foul tips it for a strike in the glove. That would be leading the count to 1-1. I don't know what the scoreboard's doing. It says a 2-0 count, but I'm pretty positive it's 1-1.
Yeah, I think he's digging for grapes in his ice cooler.
Here's the pitch. Her changeup gets Mariscal, so that goes to 1-2.
She waited just a little too long on that one.
Just misses it. So now you got a 1-2 count.
I think Round Valley's adjusting right now, though. I think they're noticing that she's throwing the changeup a lot, and they're adjusting down towards it.
She fouls off the fastball, running the count to 1-2 still, doesn't change. Runners in scoring position. Newbie and Logan on the base path. Mariscal really could get into one here. That would really help Round Valley out with 2 outs in bottom of the second. There's the changeup. She drives it to right field. The right fielder's not going to get there. That's going to drop for a single. Newbie's going to score from second. Coach Emerald holds Logan at third base. Mariscal stays at second because the ball was in right field, so she can see it in front of her. She doesn't advance stays at first, doesn't advance to second.
I think that's a great move base running wise, with the ball right in front of you. She didn't come up firing it to get the runner at home, so I think if she goes to second, she runs into an out. But that was a great at bat.
This is who you don't want to see up if you're Horizon. This girl's got more power than I've seen in a long time. She just misses that ball, fouls it off, leading the count 0-1 with a runner on third and second. The Round Valley Elks are up 3-1 in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, if you take a look, right fielder's almost playing the line like they're expecting her to hit it.
Yeah, but she is a pull dead center, a pull hitter. That's not very good.
That's where I would be. I would be moving her over left, just like they should have on Mariscal. If they move her on Mariscal, then
the throw to third is late. Logan slides back. Mariscal advances to second.
It's a great move by Mariscal. Good, timely steal. Now you have 2 runners in scoring position. You get another one, hit the outfield grass. You're going to put 2 on across the plate.
You know, again, this might be one of the best hitters in the state as a freshman. She really can hit the ball.
Well, she looks locked in too.
She leaves it out. The catch likes to throw down to third base again. Logan smiling at third. She's safe.
I think she's having a good time drawing those throws.
They could sell. You never know. Here goes Anna. Anna doesn't like something. Oh, the ump doesn't grant her the timeout. And she takes the pitch. Something got crossed up between the coach and the pitcher and the batter and everything there. I don't know what was going on, but the ump didn't grant it, so you got to stay in.
Yeah, you know, if you call time, you don't get it, and you step out, that's going to be a strike.
She hits one up. The catcher's there, makes the play. I think Horizon Honors dodged the bullet there. Round Valley Elks do get 2 runs in the bottom of the second, leaving the score 3-1 in favor of the Elks. Going in the top of the third inning, we'll see what Horizon Honors can do.
You know, Horizon just kept getting a little bit stronger last night, so they're a formidable opponent. They're not out of this game yet. I mean, they played at 7 in the 6th last night, so the ability to score runs is over there.
I think they really dodged a bullet right there. I think Anna got a little frustrated that she didn't get granted timeout from the official, and
I think you're right.
Her presence at the at-bat changed a little bit.
Yeah, especially, you know, letting that first pitch after she tried to call time. That was a great pitch to hit.
Yeah, it was.
She just let it go.
right down the middle. Then she gets a little bit, probably a rise ball or something, and bleeds it back to the catcher. I don't know why he wouldn't grant the timeout. He must have already seen that the pitcher was in her motion starting home or was already set.
Yeah. Usually, once the pitcher starts their motion, you're not going to grant it. And so he might have thought that she was about to begin.
But there was something he didn't like that led him not to grant the timeout. Here comes the best coach on Round Valley staff, if you ask me.
It's always good to see the coach come out and warm up the pitcher just before the catcher comes out so they don't have to take that first pitch.
Well, she didn't. She just wanted to come out and let me know she was still here.
It's good timing. Good timing on her part.
Oh, Anna takes one warm-up pitch, sells one. She still looks a little frustrated to me, Paul.
I think she is.
I mean, she just threw that ball 100 miles an hour to second base.
Just these Round Valley girls are very competitive. And I think when you get an at-bat like that, it's going to sit with you for a minute.
Well, I think she gets hit at the first at-bat in the shin, off the calf. Then she doesn't get granted a timeout. I think she's just got a little built-up anger right now.
Yeah, hopefully she can.
I wouldn't steal on her.
No. Hopefully she can harness it next at-bat. Just a bit outside.
Kyrie only threw one warm-up pitch, and then the next pitch is outside.
You see that a lot in softball where a girl will just come out and be like, one pitch, let's go.
Man, it's just crazy, huh? Baseball, they'll take 1,000 if you give them to them.
Yeah, they'll wear their arm out in between innings if we allow it.
Good thing they don't make us count pitches in between innings.
I know. I mean, no one can count to 5.
Yeah. His zone is fluctuating a little bit. That ball looked pretty good, and he leaves it as ball 2. 2-0 count.
2-0.
Ooh, comes inside, and number 10, Reinhardt takes it off the thigh. That always feels good.
Yeah,
Kyrie Walker doesn't like the ball.
Had an old teammate that said if you're going to put him on first base, make him limp.
Yeah, make him. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. She didn't like the softball, and he wouldn't give her a new softball.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like a baseball. You get the new ones that they're a little bit slick.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I don't know. My thing is, as an umpire, you want a new ball, I'll give you one. Because guess what? If you don't like it, I get hit and it hurts.
There's a strike called, but he flat out told her no. Maybe that's just the way he's controlling the game today.
Could be.
0-1 with the runner on first base and no outs, top of the third inning. That girl drives it to Soderquist, but right at her, she takes one little step back, gets the ball into Logan, leaving the runner at first base with one out.
Yeah, I think they had her aligned perfectly for that one.
Yeah, it looks like Soderquist took about a step back and hit her glove.
Yeah.
So here we go, number 2 in the batting order, their pitcher coming up. She's got a little bit of frustration too after that walk. We'll see how she can
Yeah, take a look. I mean, she gave up 2 runs after that one at-bat where she was up 0-2.
Then she swings at the first pitch aggressively, fouling it off down the third baseline, running the count 0-1. With a runner at first base, Horizon Honors in the top of the third has a base runner. We'll see if they get aggressive on the base path.
I think is that the bottom of the order over there, or is that their number 1 hitter?
Their number 1 hitter
Probably
just flew out the right field. We're at the number 2 hitter, so that's the bottom of the order.
So 9's on first.
Ooh.
Just up, just a bit up, bit outside. Tough pitch.
That's the thing. If you're sitting at the wrong angle, that looks like a good pitch from the fans' aspect. Again, she jumps on a pitch, running the count to 1-2, fouled off down the third base side. It looks like it rolls somewhere.
That's one way of getting a new ball. Just let him hit it out.
Unless your third baseman goes and gets it. Well, now it's a 1-2 count with 1 out and a runner on first base. We'll see what the pitcher, number 20, Holwager. I don't know how to say her last name, and I apologize.
She's a good little player, good pitcher. Little change up.
Change up. She keeps her hands back, drives the ball. Soderquist looks like she doesn't have a beat on it.
And it gets past her.
But like you said, newbie's there to back her up, but I thought that ball was going to be caught. It looks like she just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, I thought she had a great jump on it. I don't know if something happened up there.
Again, that's a smaller field. Every ball looks like it's like you're going to get to it, but it's just, that much smaller and that much different than baseball.
Yeah, it's such a smaller field. The ball's bigger, too. It doesn't carry. It doesn't fly as far either.
Here's the pitch. Ooh, he gives her the call. 0-1 count. Number 55 is up, Corey. We'll see what they do here with runners in scoring position and 1 out. See how Walker can pitch through this. Ooh, she hits it hard to Mariscal. Mariscal can't make the play. That's a base hit to the fence.
This could
The runner from second is coming. The runner from first is coming. The throw at home is delayed. So number 55 with a shot to the left center gap, and that was a great hit. Scoring 2 RBIs and getting a double.
I told you, Horizon can hit the ball. They hit the ball hard last night. They hit the ball all over the field. So you can't let up on any of these girls. They're a very good team.
You know, I don't know what Coach Emerald's saying right now, but I think he's saying you should have caught that ball. You should hustle. Mariscal couldn't have caught that last one. That ball was hit pretty hard to left center, but
I don't know. I think that's her uncle talking.
yeah.
No, that was a very well hit ball.
That ball was rolled.
That's a base hit on anybody.
That's a great. But that's what I'm telling. I think Emerald's saying is you guys got to go for every ball.
Hey, you know, you're playing number 5. You're number 4. You're playing number 5. This is a game. You know, supposed to go either way, but I you know, gotta make the plays. Can't leave it out there.
Man, I definitely don't have this ump figured out. That pitch looked maybe a little high, but he called that twice on the last batter.
Last batter was taller though.
Yeah, that's true. 1-0 count. That one's definitely left outside and high, running the count to 2-0.
Now's a good time for the pitcher to take a moment, catch your breath, and come in here and throw 2 of your best pitches right now.
So number 6, Wilson, who's playing third base. That pitch is right in the middle of the plate. She fouls it off.
It's a good pitch, tough pitch. Wilson had a couple of hard hit balls last night. She was running the bases.
She looked like she was trailing that just a little bit, running the count to 2-1 with 1 out and a runner in scoring position at second. We'll see what Wilson does here with this pitch. That's a great pitch by Walker. Again, I call it a cutter. I don't know what you'd call it in softball, but it doesn't look like a fastball.
It's definitely not her fastball. She took a little bit off that, so it's probably a little bit of a cutter.
Running the count to 2-2 with 1 out.
Just got a piece of it.
See what she does here.
Great pitch.
Looks like almost the same as that pitch, just a little more in on the plate.
I tell you, when you're wearing KT tape as a coach, you must coach hard.
Yeah. Or be old. 2-2 count.
I'm not gonna admit to it, wearing it as an official, because then I'd have to say I am old. But Floyd Simmons did say that I have been around a long time.
Well, there you go. Floyd knows. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch with the runner in scoring position with 1 out. We'll see what Walker and Wilson can do with this.
Now you got to come with it.
There's a pitch down the middle. She hits it to left field. The girl is going to go for home. Here comes the throw. It's cut. No play at second. Horizon's going to take the lead 3-4. Horizon is up with 1 out, and Wilson with a double, RBI double.
RBI double. That's a tough, it was a good pitch. Great hit. Played the runner from second base. So now you got, I think the third baseman up now.
Yeah, number 50. Well, I don't know how their lineup is, but number 6 batted, Wilson. Now you got number 54 batting. If I was the coach, I'd go out there and ask what's going on.
I would do it like right now.
Yeah.
Because once you throw the pitch.
Doesn't matter, huh?
Now it is all good.
Now it doesn't matter. There's an out. Walker, that would be a 1-3. Haas comes back to third base.
But you're right. Number 4 batter, according to the lineup we have, was 54. The number 5 batter is number 6, and 6 is on third, and 54 just grounded out. So I do think they flopped him.
Well, and it worked out in their favor because they got a run from it, if that's what happened.
Now we have number 9. So they flopped 54 and 6.
And then they get a shot. Their scorekeeper's got to keep that up unless we're off, but if we're not off, that could be pretty detrimental to Round Valley if they got away with doing that, because number 6 had a pretty quality hit and 54 didn't.
And this is the same scorecard, same lineup that they should have given to the Round Valley coaches.
Well, now it's a 5-3 game in the top of the third. Horizon Honors is up with another girl in scoring position. Just drove in a run on a double to right center field.
Another double.
Walker leaves it down. Ariella blocks it. Doesn't know where the ball's at. The girl's going to round third and stay there.
Yeah, that's a great block, but no one told her where it went.
That's when you got to be talking. At that point, though, she should just stay at home, and then first baseman and pitcher did their job, and they went and got the ball.
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do once she realized it was that far away.
Well, 1-0 count. Walker sets in. Let's see what she's got. She brings a fastball right down the middle. The ump agrees. It's a 1-1 count.
That was a great pitch.
I think I got the smaller earpiece tonight, Paul.
I got another one here. We got 4. So.
I'm just kidding.
And
I thought that, again, I don't see where it crossed the plate, but that almost looked like it fell in the zone on a tall batter.
I think if you look at it, you're up closer, you're going to see that the arc was over the plate.
So 2-1 count. Top of the third inning, 5-3 Horizon Honors. Here's the pitch. That's a great pitch on the outside corner. The batter didn't like it. She pulls off of it, number 24.
Yeah, she was Picasso on that one. She painted that corner.
That was a great pitch. Leading the count 2-2 with 2 outs, a runner on third base. See what happens right here. This would be a good time to get a strikeout.
Yeah, you want to finish this inning. Get back in the dugout. Try to get some runs back.
There's a pitch. Walker fields it. No home to Haas. She makes that look so easy, but people don't realize how hard that is when the ball's hit right back at you as a pitcher. She just puts her glove on it, makes it look like a routine play. She did it yesterday a couple times too.
No, she fields her position extremely well. And as a coach, when you get that pitcher who can field their position well, it's like having an extra infielder.
It takes away all those up the middle balls that would have scored a run.
Absolutely. And you do see a lot of pitchers that don't field the position that well because they come out of position after they've thrown the ball, and so you get doubles, a lot of doubles up the middle.
I agree. That was a great play by Walker. Round Valley going into the bottom third has to put something together right here.
You know what? I think at this point you need to get at least one back. You gave up 4 to Horizon. And again, Horizon's a very good team. They hit the ball well. They run the bases well. So it's not a surprise, not unexpected for them to do something like this. But I think you need to get one back. Try to get some confidence building again.
Coach Emerald's talking to her outfielders, asking what they're seeing out there. Seems like a lot of the balls were getting through. Again, I thought they were pretty hard-hit balls, but
yeah.
But as an outfielder coach, you kind of want to see what's going on and why we're not in the right positions maybe.
Absolutely. The one that I think probably one of the first ones that started the little rally, it was a little blooper that no one could get to. You got a center fielder who gets to almost anything out there, and she couldn't get to it.
Yeah, I just hit the Bermuda Triangle is what I would call it, right in between everybody.
So games I've seen her play, she's been all over that field, and if she can't get to it, no one can get to it.
The umpire definitely doesn't like the spectators out in left field. He's going to move them back.
Well, they're in the field of play.
I have no idea whose family that is, but what's wrong with the ones in right field?
They're beyond the right field fence. That fence stops there, and there's a gap between on the foul side. So once they were inside, they're actually in the field of play. So that's like sitting behind the fence, the whole outfield fence. So they're not in the field of play over here.
I see what you're saying. Muth shows bunt.
Plus, I think that's Hawes over there, and no one's going to tell him to move because the guy's a monster.
Moose shows bunt, pulls back, but the blue calls that a strike. Here's the second pitch. She drives it to left field, but foul. I guess I can take that back. She didn't drive it to left field, but she fouled it off to left field.
She fought that one off. They'll push it a little bit foul. One thing you see a lot from softball players, they'll come back, they'll square up like they're going to bunt, and they'll bring it back and slap it.
Ooh.
So it's one of the hitting techniques that they use.
Yeah, she leaves that one outside and running the count 1-2. Again, this ump I thought would have a little bit bigger zone. He's kind of squared it up a little bit in the later game. There's a pitch right down the middle. She swings and misses for strike 3. That's 1 out.
Great pitch. I think she put a little extra on that one that she hasn't shown today.
Kale's not only executive producer, he's also a ball retriever.
I think he's probably ran 5 miles in the heat to get all those balls. He should be wearing a Round Valley hat.
I know. There's a changeup, and he's going to say that Allison Muth went. The count's going to go 0-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the third. The score is
that's a great pitch to start.
5-3 Horizon Honors.
Start off with that pitch. Round Valley's going to be a little aggressive.
She comes right back. Oh, and gets the call. Little delayed there.
Yeah, I think it caught the corner again.
So the count is 0-2 with 2 changeups. She goes way outside, leaving it outside 1-2. Allison does. And I don't mind that, but it seems like the catcher almost gave that away.
I think you're right. She got out there a little bit too quickly. I think Horizon has decided that Round Valley is a very aggressive team at the plate, and so they're going to – seems like they're going to give them a lot of change-ups.
Well,
make them adjust.
That hurt them last night. They didn't really adjust for a while against Pima. So the count is now 2-2, I believe.
Another change-up.
No, now the count's 2-2. I think it was 1 – no, I'm crossed up. There you go. 2-2, I was right. Full count. Well, here comes the payoff pitch. You know, Horizon, number 6, hurt us. Let's see if Muth can hurt them. There's the pitch. She does drive it up the middle. That was a hard-hit ball by Allison Muth.
It's like she knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah. She said, hey, give me your fastball. I'm going to take it to center.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you get me out today. I'm done.
Yeah, that was a great hard hit.
Great battle for Muth. Great hit. Now, with 1 out, got a runner on first base.
You know, the thing is that's a double that Horizon hit. We get a single out of it because it's hit so hard right at the center fielder.
Absolutely. Sometimes power hurts you.
So here's Soderquist. She shows bunt. She does bunt.
Great
Lays
bunt.
it down. The second baseman is there, makes a good play. Muth is going to third. Nobody's there, but she is there. They throw the ball away, and it stays in the field, but she's going to take home. The girl doesn't throw. Moose scores. Yeah, you know, that bunt pays off. She goes from first to home on a bunt. So Soderquist would be credited with a sacrifice bunt, and I'd have to give 2 throwing errors for the RBI.
Well, you know, you take a look at what happened there. Nobody covered third. Third baseman comes sprinting in to cover it. Shortstop goes to second.
Exactly. There's nobody in the middle infield.
Yeah, second goes to first. No one's got third. Moose sees that no one has third. Heads up running, takes it, and is able to manufacture a run. So I think so far it's been a successful inning for the Elks, getting 1 back.
Carly Haas, I don't think, really cared for that call.
Why not?
0-1.
She might want to point down there and say, that's my dad.
Yeah, that call looked a little inside, but close enough to be called a strike. Yeah. Leaves the changeup high, running the count 1-1. Well, if you didn't get all that, Muth did score. The score is 4-5. Horizon Honors on top with 2 outs now in the bottom of the third. Oh, she hits that ball. Was almost on the ground.
Yeah, she should have yelled 4 before she swung.
I think she took that one off the plate, off the tee. Well, she drives that foul down the first baseline. The count's going to be 1-2.
Just over the first base coach's head.
You know, they are leaving us a gap in that right center field. Ball is high, running the count at 2-2. But if you notice Horizon Honors, I don't know what their defensive strategy is, but there is a fairly big gap between right and center, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like they're playing the lines, to be honest with you.
She keeps her hands back, just foul. You know, that was pretty good at bat on that changeup.
Yeah, I think at this point, just battle the changeups off. Look for a fastball you can drive.
You know, and that's the thing is if you just bat them up every once in a while, they find a hole.
Absolutely.
If you keep your hands back, they bleed. Those are the slow rollers that it's hard to play. Down the middle, she goes right back to the third base, and third baseman fields it. She's going to be safe. Yeah, Haas got down that line pretty quick, I'll be honest.
Haas can move.
Yeah,
Haas can move.
That ball was hit fairly decent. Third baseman made a pretty clean play.
Came up throwing real well, and Haas was scooting down that line. Great job. First baseman even stretched.
That is a great effort by Haas to stretch that into what would have to be a single. First baseman hurt herself on the play, it looks like, but she's staying in the game.
She went straight up splits on that.
McCall takes it down the middle of the plate, run the count 0-1. She tells Coach Emerald that's not my pitch.
You know, first pitch strike. It's not your pitch. Don't worry. You got 2 more.
Again, I agree. Pitcher gets 1, you get 1. 2 outs. Haas on first base. Here's the pitch. Ooh.
That's on the corner. Great pitch on the corner.
Runs a count to 0-2.
Yeah, you got to start fighting them off.
Haas is cheering her on. Shiloh's going to, Shiloh's really a pretty great hitter, so she's probably going to get a couple bad pitches here, though, I imagine.
I suspect a changeup right here.
Nope, she throws her a fastball, just misses it. Again, one of those balls that she just maybe, if she would have squared up, probably would have been a hit to right center.
Yeah, if she hits it to right center, she's going to run for a while.
Our executive producer, Kel, wants me to give a shout out to Kim Pena, Marcy Walker, Kinsley. We appreciate you guys watching from home, making this part of Legacy
Team Production.
Legacy Team Production. These youth do a good job. They just let Paul and I talk tonight.
Yeah, it's nice. It's one of the rare times that I can have my boss do most of the work.
That is good.
Yeah, it's fun to do it that way.
The changeup is Oh, Haas almost gets picked off at first base, but
so
that was
close.
a close play. I think she kind of got crossed up. Looks like she got a little bit bigger lead and then kind of got flat foot and couldn't get back to the base.
I think so. That was a great snap throw by the catcher, too.
You know, that's
on the money.
The catcher just came up, shot it down the first. Haas did get back. That was a ball. The count is 2-2 with 2 outs. A runner on first base. Let's see what McCall does right here. Pitch is high. She fouls it straight back. You know, I think that's just staying alive, not letting the umpire make the call.
Absolutely. It's a little bit high. He's been there a few times tonight on strikes. Battle it off, battle it off.
Live to see another pitch.
Exactly. Keep fighting.
You know, as a coach, I sometimes get frustrated. I always say if it's close enough to be called a strike, it's close enough to hit.
Yes, sir.
Especially with a 2-2 count.
You know, and if you can keep battling some of these great pitches off, you frustrate the pitcher, and then they make a mistake.
Another changeup is low. Haas delays steals. That is great. They're like, this catcher's aggressive. That was a planned delayed steal.
Absolutely. Great move by Haas.
She slides in the second, but she's not getting up very fast.
She may have
I don't know. She's holding her wrist. Haas is holding her wrist. I don't know. This
shoulder.
does not look good.
Looks like her shoulder.
That was a great delayed steal.
I didn't see how the tag was applied there, or she came down weird or not. I couldn't see.
She's holding her wrist.
And that's a tough girl right there.
It's one of the toughest athletes I've seen go through Round Valley, to be honest.
So her hurting, you know she's hurting.
She's shaking it off. Hopefully, sometimes when you land on that ground, you plant that wrist in the slide, you just jam it.
Yes,
and
sir.
let's just hope that's what she did. And it will send to sharp pain. You know, I looked down into the right field line. None of them stood up, but it looks like the uncle or the grandpa.
Yeah.
Everybody-
Dad's sitting back there, feet up. He
Dad's
doesn't
still
care.
relaxed, so that's.
It's like, whatever. She's tough.
Well, she's going to stay in the field of play.
Doesn't surprise you, does it?
Nope. It's going to be a full count with a payoff pitch coming. Round Valley is down 4-5 in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. 3-2 count on McCall. You know.
Great move by Haas, though, now. Single, base hit, hits the grass. You're getting a run.
That's a great. You know, she knew that pitcher, that catcher must see a point where she throws down the first. There's the pitch. McCall drives that ball.
Not fooled, but a little early.
If that ball was fair, it probably would have been a 2-run RBI home run.
I think so. It almost went out of the fence way over there. So
She almost put it in the SRP ditch.
absolutely.
Well, here you go again. I wonder if the pitcher comes up with the changeup now as she sees she drove that fastball so hard.
I think so. She's aggressive. I think you're going to see it right here.
Here's the changeup. She keeps her hands back and
She pulls it out even further.
pretty much did the same thing she did with the first one.
Absolutely. She's seeing the ball. She's seeing the pitch come out. Just needs to make a little adjustment.
Like you said earlier in this inning, the more pitches you take, the more it goes in the batter's favor, in my opinion.
I think so, too.
Here's the pitch. She leaves it high. She gave her 2 best pitches. Then she said, maybe let's go to newbie.
Yeah, and I think that played a role. Those 2 hard-hit foul balls played a role. That
We got
doesn't want to put it in anywhere near the zone that she can hit.
And you really have an open base there. As a coach right there, I say, you know what? If you have 2 outs and it's a tight game and you got a runner in scoring position at second already, you don't have to give in to a batter right there. You have an open base.
I think you're right. I mean, she still has a 4-5 lead. She still has 2 outs.
And she's going to the number 9 batter and that's what people look like. Even though newbie can hit the ball a mile, as a coach you say, hey, don't give in. You're going to the number 9 batter.
Absolutely. And now you have a force at every base but home.
Exactly. So now any ball, even if it's bobbled a little bit, still can be a play.
Absolutely.
Haas is still playing with I think it's her wrist. I've seen it 1,000 times coaching. Is you slide, and sometimes they jam that wrist down into the ground, and they don't realize how close they are, and it surprises them.
And if you take a look at this field, a lot of the softball fields we play in up north, they're pretty soft around the bases.
This field's not.
This is like concrete. It's very hard out there.
It's a field. Here's the pitch to newbie. Ooh, she just missed it.
That was 2 runs all over it, maybe 3.
It looks to me like she just got loaded up a second late, Paul, and she just missed that pitch. Again, if I was Emerald, I'd probably tell her, hey, get ready. She's gonna get a changeup.
I think so. But this Horizon pitcher has done a great job keeping these kids off balance. And
here's the
game.
changeup. She swings at it in the dirt. Haas gets a big lead, but does not go.
Now you got the girl at first trying to draw a throw over there.
Yeah, Shiloh's just trying to get in a pickle almost to score Haas from second, which I've seen Emerald do that kind of stuff before.
Yeah, at the end of the day, both teams are teenage girls.
Yeah.
And coaching teenage boys, when that ball is out in there in the air, anything can happen with it.
And you got an 0-2 count right now. You need to do something here. She leaves the ball outside. That's a great eye.
That was outside. That was a great call. Great eye. It's that's a really good pitch though to throw.
Oh yeah, because the swinger's 0-2. They're probably a little aggressive. They're going to swing at that almost.
Absolutely. And she's wanting to hit this ball, and she wants to hit it hard.
The thing is, when this pitcher doesn't get rattled, she does hit her spots fairly well. It's a 1-2 count. I agree with their coach.
Yeah, I think the umpire was a little confused there. He came out just to verify that it was 1-2.
And that changes his call a little bit. So, I think
there's a great pitch. Popped it up.
The second baseman just got to put it away, and she does. Round Valley gets one run in the bottom of the third, taking the score.
I tell you, today, I think her best pitch today is that changeup.
Oh, yeah, they're out in front. That's what they keep bleeding it. The score, again, let me give you the score real quick. The score is 5-4 in favor of Horizon Honors. Going in the top of the fourth inning, Round Valley just needs to settle down a little bit.
I tell you, the Horizon Honors, their coach, they have a great game plan today. So, but it's 4-5 ball game is exactly the kind of ball game we expected. Between the 4 and the 5 seed, you expect a game like this.
And I don't know the strategy of softball, but I can tell you right now, I can tell you when the girl's going to pitch at the coach's signs I've got figured out.
Yes,
I can tell you when it's going to be a changeup or not. I don't know if they have somebody over there that looks at the coach as he makes those calls, because in baseball, that's a huge advantage if you know what's coming.
You're right.
Ask the Astros. Yeah, that's right. They tap on the bleachers.
Yeah, they've removed all garbage cans from this venue right now. No.
But that's part of the game, I think.
As an umpire, you see a lot of things. There was one team. It's been quite a few years, and runner at second just be leaning in and was able to convey what was going on to the batter, and they were very successful on how they got away with it. And I don't think any of the teams ever caught on.
There's a great throw, and they don't pick it up. But
I've read the rule book once or twice. There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't steal a sign.
Yeah, no, you can't. I think where they got in trouble is they were putting cameras in the dugout.
Well, yeah, they were stealing it illegally. But if you can do it legally,
that's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
I agree. I think that's how it goes back. I think you should have a coach almost that looks at that. It should just be watching what their coaches are doing.
Yeah, charting the pitches, charting what's going on.
So here we go in the top of the fourth inning. First batter up for Horizon Honors takes a ball high, 1-0, number 25. Now they flip, so I don't know if this is Anderson or Johnson, so I apologize, but we do know that it's number 25.
Absolutely. And our next batter is 10.
I like the pitch, but the blue doesn't like the pitch. So that pitch is going to go 2-0.
That's interesting, though, because the next batter on deck is number 10 when this is showing it should be 24. So maybe we just have a bad lineup sheet, and maybe they flipped it.
They told me they flipped this one. They told me that. I think they batted out of order here. Ooh.
Strike. A little bit.
2-1 count, but that ball seemed a little bit up at the hands.
That is upper part of the strike zone.
As a batter, though, you really don't want to swing at that pitch.
That's a terrible pitch to swing at. I mean, it's a great pitcher's pitch. It's a pop-up if they ever hit it. Most of the time, they swing underneath it.
She tries to go up the ladder again on her, and she leaves that one alone, running the count at 3-1. Kel's over here trying to give me the signs, make sure I don't mess up on the count.
Kel likes to practice as he's an official.
Taking after his dad, huh?
Dad, his grandpa.
The ball's hit to Logan. It's a little infield pop fly. Logan makes a great play on it. That would be a F4 in the books. She throws it around the diamond after that. 1 out in the top of the fourth inning.
Yeah, there's quite a few years of officiating in his family. So.
Yeah, I remember the dad and the grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa did it longer than I have.
I'm pretty sure Grandpa flew a few flags on me. I struggled that a lot. A few flags on me.
Sometimes it's hard to get it out, but.
Well, that pitch was left high in the zone, a 1-0 count with 1 out in the top of the fourth inning. Walker threw that. She seemed like her velocity's good, just a little bit out of zone there.
Just missed.
Comes back to the same exact pitch and gets to the same exact result, 2-0 count.
Yeah, you like to call that consistency.
Yeah.
On both parts, him calling it a ball and her putting it in the exact same spot. So.
That it seems like what I've noticed in these last two games against Walker, they really hug that plate.
Yeah.
He gives her that one. That one came across a little bit more of the plate.
That was a little bit more inside. And I think, he hasn't given a lot of inside. So crowd that sucker. Take that completely away from her.
It looks to me like they're fairly tight on the plate, all the batters have been from Horizon Honors.
Yeah.
That time she runs it inside and gets the call running to 2-2.
Well, that's one of the things. If you're going to stand that close to the plate, if it doesn't hit you, it's probably a strike.
And that's the thing is, if as long as the Blues not looking at the batter's movement, it's a strike.
Yes. Like I said, a lot goes on up there between the ball.
She leaves that one down. It looks like she just throws the bat at it to stay alive. Number 10. This is the number 9 batter, Reinhardt, for Horizon Honor. She did get on last time on a walk.
She did. Right now it's what, 2-2 count, so she's
2-2 count.
battling.
If I'm Walker, I just come by with a fastball and sit her down.
Yeah, you don't want to put the bottom of the order on the base. Last time that
fastball
happened,
inside, and she does just that, sits her down.
It's fun as an umpire to always start that chainsaw, just get it going.
And I'll give it to the guy that we had last night. He had a fairly aggressive strikeout call, and I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it's always fun. I've had parents say, hey, if you get a strike 3 on my daughter, I want you to be loud with it. So
Let her know.
Embarrass her a little bit.
Well, this is number 4, their leadoff hitter. With 2 outs, Walker leaves the pitch up and away a little bit, 1-0 count. This girl looks like she can run. I don't have all their stats, but obviously a leadoff hitter, she probably can get down the line pretty quick.
She's pretty quick. Remember last night, she was getting around the bases.
Here's the pitch.
That's the other thing about softball, too. Most infield hits are usually pretty close play at first.
Oh, yeah, it's
a lot
bang,
of
bang.
close plays.
Unless it's just laced and they make a great play. But, a lot of softball infield hits are just, left off the tip of the bat. That's why they're on the infield still.
That's true.
So they're hard to make a play on. There, that ball's left in the middle of the plate. Muth is going back. That ball is going to be caught right in fair territory for out number 3.
That ball looked like it was hit
fairly
just
hard
inside.
Yeah.
A little bit too much on the handle. She gets a little bit further out. That thing's gone.
For not a very big girl, she swung that bat. She looks like she's using about a 33-inch bat, too, and she got that thing around in the zone and drove that ball down the left field line, and Muth made a great play.
Yeah, Muth made a great play. She barely misses that.
Well, that takes us to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score is still 4-5. Round Valley Elks are trailing by 1 going in the bottom of the 4th, and I believe they have the top of the lineup coming up.
I believe so. One thing we should mention real quick, as part of Legacy Team Productions, we're part of the Loft Legacy Teen Center. And we have the Lodge Legacy Team Center getting ready to open up there in Round Valley, all created by Judge Latham to give our high school-aged youth a productive place to go and to hang out that has a positive environment and a lot of great things for them to do. This is just one of the many programs that we run that we try to help give our youth something to do and to try to just help out the communities.
And we do appreciate it, Paul, in the communities. I've been over to the Legacy Teen Center in St. John's, and it is a good facility. The kids run it really themselves.
They do. We have 1 or 2 adults that go there and they hang out, but it's a self-policing thing. Everyone signs an agreement how they're going to act, and they kind of hold themselves to it. So it's good. It's a positive environment. Great people hang out there. Judge Latham comes down there all the time, hangs out with these great youth that we have in St. John's. We're looking forward to the one in Round Valley. You can see that building. It's a beautiful building.
It's amazing, right there by the high school.
It's amazing inside. We're looking forward to getting that one going and having a place for our youth over in Round Valley as well.
Here's the leadoff hitter, Kayla Logan. She has been pretty hot today on the she just sees the ball well. Again, takes a ball low in the zone, 1-0.
That one shot through the 5-hole.
Yeah, it's just and she's only a sophomore.
I tell you, there's a lot of youth on this Round Valley team. If you're a Round Valley fan, Round Valley parent, you've got to be excited about the future. I'm not saying anything about this year because I think there's a lot of softball left in them this year as well still. But, the next 2 years with these sophomores as well, it's going to be fun for them.
The future does look bright. The count is 1-1 to Logan. Here comes the pitch. She
Great
keeps
pitch.
her hand back and drives it right at the center fielder.
That was probably one of the hardest hit balls of the day.
That's great at bat, but it doesn't go in the books as anything but an out.
No, that's a quiet out in the books.
It's a F7 in the books, but that ball was smoked.
She smoked it left to right, a foot, and
that's
it's
a
probably
double.
So great pitch by Horizon Honor, great center field catch out there and a tough out for Round Valley with a great hit.
Here comes Mariscal up the bat. She takes a changeup low. Again, going back to that, it looks like this pitcher's gone to a first pitch changeup to these girls. That one, she went to a second pitch changeup against Logan, which Logan hit every bit as hard as I've seen today.
Yeah, I think that was the hardest hit ball. And maybe that's a good sign for Round Valley that they're figuring her out, because she's done a great job of keeping them off balance.
She has. So here, Mariscal gets a 1-0 count with the changeup on the first pitch. Let's see what 20 comes to next. She shows bunt, pulls back, leaves the ball above her hands, and the blue agrees. 2-0.
Brings it back a little bit.
Emerald must be seeing something with their speed, because he's having them show bunt.
I think if she can lay it down and get it past the third baseman, the shortstop's going to second.
Here's the pitch. She hits that pitch just down the third base line. The third baseman almost touched that in fair territory. That was a close play.
It was very close. So,
but I think the official makes the right call, that being a foul ball, running the count to 2-1.
I think so. 2-1. She squares again. If you're looking for a bunt, if you can get that thing and poke it just to the right of the third baseman where she can't get to, I think you can get 1, maybe 2 on that.
And you draw them in right there too. She leaves that ball outside, running at 3-1. She shows bunt on the first one. Third and first have to respect that. So now they come in, 10 feet, and all of a sudden she hits that next one by her because she can't react fast enough. So there is a little bit of strategy with it. I got 3-1 count. I think they're a little crossed up what they have.
Yeah, plate umpire was a little confused. Base umpire had it at 3-1 as well. So now we have a full count, 3-2.
Maddie swings at ball 4, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's probably not the one that you want to swing at. It's not your pitch.
Not a lot you can do with it. Then she takes one down and leaves that one down, taking the walk. With one out, let's see what Lily can do. Not Lily, sorry. I just called her mom's name.
Oh, nice.
Anna.
I wouldn't be surprised to see little Mariscal take off on this one.
This catcher has a pretty promising arm, though.
She does, and you got to take that into account. But I also think, you've manufactured runs up to this point.
There's the pitch. It's bled. At first base, it makes a great play, and a great play by Mariscal getting back to the base.
You really got to appreciate what just happened there, because that ball is hit in the baseline. Mariscal comes back and makes contact with the first baseman. She's out. Yeah,
she goes around the backside of the bag to be safe.
Yeah, so that was a great heady move by Mariscal to get around there.
Here, it looks like Mariscal's going maybe. No, yep, she's going. The catcher's asleep. The catcher makes a throw from her knees. The ball is caught by the shortstop, but Mariscal, I could tell she was going from the start. She had that wind-up in her legs, huh?
Yes, sir. I thought she was going to go for sure.
It looked like the catcher just fell asleep.
I tell you, the catcher's got a gun.
Yeah, she's got a good arm, but she just waited a half second before she realized she was running. I don't know if she didn't get help.
I don't know if the shortstop was late starting over there as well. I don't know, but if she throws it right away and the player's there, it's probably an out.
That will be ball 2, 2-0 count.
So now you have a runner on second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
If Emily can get on here, number 5, Emily Muth, Allison has hit the ball super hard.
Allison's a tough out.
You got a 2-0 count. She wants it right down the middle, it looks like. And there's the pitch. The ball's hit up the middle. Mariscal will score if she's on the center field of bobbles. It Mariscal comes in easily. I'm going to have to say that's a single with an RBI double.
Yeah.
Advanced to second base on a bobble by the center fielder Air, but that's definitely a single.
It's a single with an RBI.
With an RBI.
She's running no matter what the center fielder does. She's scoring that one no matter what happens. So now we have a tie ball game.
Now it's 5-5. Like Paul said, bottom of the 4th, 5-5 with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, and Allison has hit the ball hard every time.
You'd love to see Allison get a hold of one here.
So she just lifts it a little bit. That one she hit earlier just had no lift.
Right.
Allison doesn't like what's going on out there. The official grants her time for some reason. She hits a ball high in the zone. That ball is trouble for the third baseman.
She needed help. Someone needed to help her with the fence. I think thought she was closer to the fence than she was, and so she didn't get underneath it.
I've coached for a lot of years, and whenever you give a batter a second chance, it's usually not in your favor.
Yeah, and I think she got it. Try to call time. I'm not sure if she got it or if he didn't grant it. If he's not being vocal, I'm not sure. But she got right back in the box. Probably a little too soon. So she probably wasn't very comfortable.
Madison. No, that's not Madison there. Sorry. That's Muth. Decides not to go at second base.
So you got 2 strikes on the batter.
2 strikes. She's swung at 2 balls fairly high in the zone.
Yeah, it should be 2 balls.
Here she's going to get a changeup.
Yep. Nope.
Nope, right down the middle.
Oh,
that
she
is not
strokes
the pitch you want to. Oh, that ball is just foul. Man, she gave her a freaking 0-2 strike right on the freaking platter.
Oh, I tell you what, she grooved the plate on that one. Very lucky that ball went foul.
Again, as a coach, that's one of the most frustrating things is when a pitcher puts the 0-2 pitch in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, on that pitch like that, very lucky that you're getting another chance here.
Allison just missed it. Ooh, she leaves it in down. I think that's got to be more inside than down.
I had to have been inside. That looked height-wise from where I am. I'm being blocked out by the umpire and the catcher on the inside corner. But that's a tough pitch. That's a great pitch by the pitcher.
So that runs a count of 1-2. That time
high.
she leaves it high at the hands, which she maybe should have left the first few high at the hands. But now the count's going to be 2-2 with a runner in scoring position on second base. Her sister, Emily, with a 5-5 game in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I think changeup.
Leaves the changeup. I don't
think it was a changeup.
It wasn't a changeup. Again, it looked like that circle curve she throws, but it didn't do much.
Just left it down. So now the count's full.
Do you run on this? I mean, you're not pushing her, but she's starting to run because she's got to do something with it. There she does something, files it straight back. That's coming into somebody's lap.
Oh, thankfully for that tree there. I think that little guy gets hit if the tree doesn't bounce it away from him.
Old Banks Emerald's out there walking around with his hat on. Wasn't too worried about it.
No, he was under the tree. He was protected.
And that's Banks Brown. I said Emerald, but it's Coach Emerald's grandson.
Yeah, just missed that one.
Here we go. Allison again. The payoff pitch is coming. High, fouls it back, but the catcher catches it, getting out of the inning. But Round Valley able to tie this back up in the bottom of the 4th inning. The score is 5-5, and this is a great game.
Yeah, it's what I expected. I expected it to be a very good game, very tough game. Again, 2 great teams, very good teams, very well coached. It's been a lot of fun being back here and watching the pitchers attack the different lineups.
No, I agree with you. It definitely has been a great game. Again, it goes back to the atmosphere we talked about. You come in here, you're coach. Now you're both 1-0. It's a whole new season. You're no longer sophomores. You're no longer freshmen. You're just softball players.
Softball players, yeah. There's no excuse. Oh, I'm a freshman. No, you're not.
No, you've played 16 games at this point. You're not a freshman anymore.
Yeah, you're in the state tournament. You're expected to perform, and both teams have done a great job tonight or today.
Here's Walker after being in the dugout for a little bit. She wasn't in too long, but it just seems like as a pitcher, it takes a couple pitches to get back in the groove after sitting in the dugout.
Yeah, and you know what? Last time she came out through 1 pitch.
Yeah, and this time she's going to throw a couple more.
Yeah, she was in there a long time. That was a little bit of a long inning.
We didn't get a lot of runs out of it, but the inning itself seemed like it took a little while. I mean, isn't that where Haas jammed her wrist at second base? That took a minute.
Yes, and it's good to see Haas back out there.
I don't know if it's just me or not, but I think Anna might throw harder than anybody I've seen off her knees in a long time.
Yeah, she's got a good arm back there.
And I'm not talking boy or girl. I'm just talking throwing the ball from home to second. That thing's she throws it down there.
She does.
Well, we have, again, this looks like the pitcher, number 20. It seems like she's coming with the bat every other inning almost. This is her 3rd at bat. We're in the top of the 5th inning. There's the pitch. She has done that every time. Jumped on that and hit that ball. She likes a first pitch strike.
She's a tough batter. She might be their best hitter. She's a great athlete.
But she is. This is a girl, I think if you give this girl a changeup, she misses it.
I think so, and I think that's what Horizon is doing. They know that Round Valley's really aggressive at the plate, so they're trying to use that against them.
Well, Walker's going to come to 0-1 count on the number 20 batter for Horizon Honors, and there's the pitch. She does throw a changeup. Looks like it's caught up on her hip a little bit that time.
So we got a couple of comments on Facebook. Number 1 is 48 to 808 says, thanks for this. Still waiting for the coach ump fight on the air. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. There is a 2-1 count now on the batter. I don't either. Coach ump fight on the air.
Couldn't be about us. Another guy, Mirror Images, follows us a lot. He's watched a lot of our broadcasts. Undefeated River Valley has yet to play a game past 5 innings, but today they lead Wilcox 2-1. So they're in a dogfight over there.
Ball was just driven foul by Paul's reading those, running the count at 2-2.
2-2. Morenci and Northland Prep. Northland Prep's up 3-0. Benson's 4. Santa Cruz 0.
You know, I think Northland Prep got the luckier of the seeds, honestly, if you want to know my opinion.
Yeah. And then Bet McCall says, thanks for broadcasting. It makes it nice for Grandma.
The ball's inside. That's going to run the count full on number 20.
And that's one of the reasons why we really pushed it out this year to do, is because with COVID, in football you couldn't go to many games. In basketball you couldn't go to many games. This was an opportunity for us to get games out there. And in Round Valley, Wes McBride's done a great job with Let's Go Elks and getting those out there for them. So we, with Legacy Team Productions, we stayed away from that, allowed Wes to do it because he does a great job.
He does do a great job.
We found out he wasn't doing these games where it's like, well, we can provide this service. And we feel that it was an important service for us to do. And so we're happy. We're very, very happy that we could be here for these 2 games. Round Valley wins this one. We can't do semifinals or championship. That goes on to the NFHS network. Nothing we can do about that.
Walker strikes out number 20, then she comes in. No, I don't think that hits her, but the ump is going to call her back. I agree. It didn't hit her.
I don't think it hit her.
I don't think it hit her. I don't think it hit her. I don't think you can ask for an appeal there either. That's got to be an automatic call, right?
Well, you can go out and ask one of your base umpires if they saw anything, and most of them are going to come out there and say, look,
well, we're sitting right behind the pitch. I did not see that ball move inside or out.
And that ball went straight to the catcher.
Yeah, that ball did not rotate in or out. Again, so Walker strikes out number 20, the first batter, so there's 1 out in the top of the 5th. 55 thought she got hit. I didn't see it. I'm sitting right behind the –
we have a guy that wants a coach-umpire fight. We almost had it.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. So that was a ball, though.
That's ball 1.
She comes back and hits the ball hard, I guess. The ball does not lie, they say, right? She drives the ball. She's going to try to take second. She is out, if you ask me. Oh, safe. He calls her safe at second, so that's going to be a double to the fence.
That's a tough call. It looked close. I was blocked out by the catcher, and then I'm sure the pitcher was also between us as well.
What I do disagree about that, though, Paul, this guy at third base never made any attempt to get closer to see that call.
Yeah, he should have gotten moved a little bit faster over there.
You know, that's a bad call for the guy over here on the first base lane, because he's trailing that. He can't see that really.
Yeah, first base umpire, that's not his call. He's going to come in, make sure that the batter runner touches first base. Third base got to get over there and be in a great position for it.
But 55 has hit the ball well today. I think that's her second hard hit.
That one's straight to the fence. That was a very hard hit ball.
Here, number 6, Wilson, is up again with a runner in scoring position. The first pitch is left outside. 55 gets a big lead at second. I've seen Anna come up and throw those girls out at second base. She'll try to make that throw.
Get too far off. I've seen it in softball where the catcher is able to get the runner out at second base.
Here's the
when they
pitch.
get off too far.
There she goes. And the ball is stopped by Kayla Logan, but that's exactly what I thought. I think if that ball's online, you might have her.
I think you're right. And I've seen it multiple times this year. So it just happens a lot.
It looked like she was leading up to that. Just her last snap back was quick, and I think she kind of wanted to go, but nobody was there the time before. 2-0 count on number 6. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle.
And that's going to keep your runner at second closer now, knowing that she can get it there quickly.
I agree with you. As an official, does it bother you when the catcher drops a called strike?
No. Be honest with you. They talk about framing it. You'll see catchers hold it there. And it's like, look, I've already made my call prior to it hitting your glove.
There's a hit. It's a little bleeder up the middle. Mariscal cannot pick it up. That ball was just stuck in the middle. Everybody's called safe. Mariscal can't get it out. Looks like it almost hit second base. Mariscal looks like she just couldn't pick it up off the base.
Yeah, I think she's trying to throw it before she caught it. And I think she was trying to get the tag at second, too, as well. I mean, there's just a lot going on probably in her head to make it tough. But going back, the call's been made before it hits the catcher's mitt. We've pretty much already decided whether it's going to be a ball or a strike.
Doesn't really matter.
So I'll give them a hard time. Be like, hey, quit making me look bad.
Here's a pitch, 1 out. That's going to be high and outside, but number 54. See, our lineup card must be wrong.
I think so. I think they must have flipped these 2 batters.
1 out, 1 ball, 2 runners on, and there's the pitch down the middle. She hits it hard to Newbie. Newbie dives and makes a great catch.
I tell you, that is not a surprise. She did that in the Sholo game countless times.
That robbed a hit and probably an RBI because she dives. If she doesn't make that catch, that ball rolls to the fence. But Newbie I'll give Merrick Newby with a great catch on that play.
And you got to love the confidence, because you're right. If she misses that, it's 2 runs, maybe 3. If that runner can get around the bases, that's 3.
Now you got 2 outs with 1 runner in scoring position, runner on first base. Let's see what they do here. Walker throws outside, leaving the ball down 1-0.
If the runner on first isn't careful, she's going to snap throw it to Haas.
So here we have a 5 game in the 5th inning. A lot of 5s on the scoreboard. Second pitch is fouled off. Looks like she's just behind her fastball a little bit, Paul. So that's leaving the count 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
And Round Valley's playing her to be a little bit late, expecting her not to be able to pull this ball.
Yeah, Soderquist is probably only 20 feet off that right field line, which again leaves a big gap, but Newby is a little bit more to the right side.
Yeah, she's shading right.
That ball is maybe going to, and
out.
it leaves the field of play. Shiloh McCall was on. I think she would have had it if it stayed in the field of play. That's going to leave the count 1-2 with 2 outs.
And the benefit, though, of that being down third baseline with the Round Valley dugout right there is the whole dugout's helping her with the fence.
Yeah.
If it stays in, she catches that. She had all the help she needed.
You know, she found the fence pretty quick, came to the fence, and the ball just carried outside the field of play.
And that's when you can tell a fielder's been well coached, too, when they get to the fence and then find the ball, too.
Ooh, the girl, that's a great pitch by Walker right there.
Yeah, that's a pitch that the batter's not going to be able to do anything with. If she swings, it's a miss.
And she thought about going. 2-2 count. I think you're going to see another one of Walker's best pitch. If it's me, I'd stay away from the changeup here. This girl struggled with her fastball.
I think you're right. There it is, though. Changeup.
She goes with the changeup in the dirt, running the count full. We're going to see a merry-go-round here, Paul, in about 2 seconds. The runners are going to be running on base with 2 outs and a full count.
Full count, 2 outs, runner on first and second.
In baseball, this is where you step off and maybe try a pickoff move because you know they're probably cheating.
Absolutely.
And here's the pitch. It's down the middle. It's driven up the middle. Nobody can get. Kayla Logan makes a great play, throws to home. Here's a play at home, and she
I tell you what,
safe.
That is a tremendous slide by number 55.
Oh, outside of the base, catches it. Horizon Honors is going to go up 6-5. But what's amazing to me is how well of a play Kayla Logan made at second base
Absolutely.
to stop the ball from going to center field.
And then having the arm to make a heck of a play at home plate.
I didn't think she thought the girl was going to round third and go to home. You know, she kind of stalled a little bit, but she did make from her, from down on the field, she made a great throw.
And with that slide, it's going to be a tough tag for the catcher to be able to reach that far.
You know, the only thing I maybe would have done different if I was honest, I would have still made a tag.
Yeah, you got to go for the tag.
Well, you don't know if I couldn't see her hand, but she might have slid this way to the base a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't see either, so always try to make the tag.
So now it's a 5-6 game in the top of the 5th. Horizon Honors is up with 2 outs. Again, that was, I believe, a full count. She just got that hit on also.
That was a full count. Oh, River Valley won 13-1 and only goes 5 innings.
So they're playing pretty confident in River Valley as a number 3 seed.
I tell you, if you look at River Valley scores, they have won most of their games by like 20 runs.
There's a pitch. It's down. It's hit right at Shiloh. Shiloh is going to touch and get it out of the inning.
That's a great
job. But before we get out of the inning, a little bit of the bleeding was done with that last hit up the middle. But what I'll give Kayla Logan credit for is that ball bleeds to the outfield. It's probably a 7-5 game instead of a 6-5 game.
And it changed. Even if they don't get it, you get a runner at third, and now you have to. That play has to go to first base, and we've seen a couple of bad throws over there. So then it probably does change it to a 7-5 game.
Exactly right. So to give you a recap, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Round Valley coming up. It is a 5-6 game. Round Valley Elks are trailing by 1 run in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see if they can put something together here. You know, but it seems to me the last time through the lineup, Round Valley's bats have settled down a little bit. They've started to square the ball up and hit it hard.
I think Round Valley's starting to figure out the pattern, getting in a rhythm with the pitcher here. So we can see she's done a great job. This pitcher's done a great job of keeping them off balance.
Well, here we go. The pitcher's warming up for Horizon Honors. Coming up to bat is Carly Haas, and then it looks like they're going to DH after Haas. Let me look at my lineup card. I took a picture of their lineup card so I can give you who the DH is going to come in for. So Carly is going to come up, and then it looks like she is going to DH for.
Looks like Carly's the second batter.
So then she's going to DH for Macy. So Soderquist. So they must think that Tay can get that big hit to maybe tie the game up.
I've seen her hit it hard this year, so it definitely can happen.
We were talking yesterday. If you leave the ball belt high to Tay Walker, it's going to be 250 feet.
And it only needs 2 to get out.
Yeah, she has a good swing. She's a big, tall girl that can drive the ball.
And, you know, Horizon pitchers been a little bit up in the zone, which is going to benefit Tay a little bit here. This could be a good battle for us.
We'll see if she comes straight after her, gives her something off speed to start this but bat. Here we go in the bottom of the 5th inning with Tay Walker up, and she does start her off with the changeup. That's, you know, Tay, she's the happiest girl I've ever seen go to Round Valley. She's always got a smile on her face, and I'd like to see her change that smile into a little bit of a grunt and drive it out of here.
Good little angry swing. Oh.
There's that belt high fastball. She lets go, running the count to 1-1.
I think that's the one you'd like to see her just
swing
out of her shoes on that one. She's putting that over the scoreboard. She swings.
So here comes the third pitch. Boom, she hits it hard to the shortstop. Shortstop's down on it. She throws it across. It's in the first base makes a great play. That's going to be a 6-3 fielder. 6-3 out.
First baseman's limping a little bit. She stretched hard on that one again.
You know, Tay Walker hit the ball fairly hard. That gives her time to throw it across the diamond. Shortstop makes a great play. First baseman makes maybe a little bit better of a play.
Yeah, that was a great play by both shortstop and first baseman.
I don't know what our Round Valley girls are seeing, but they've called timeout quite a few times in the batter's box. Here's the pitch, and maybe it rattles the pitcher. Maybe that's why they do it.
Yeah, I think, you know, sometimes the pitcher holds a little bit longer, so they're trying to get time out a little bit to regroup.
You know, yeah, if they're quick. If some pitchers like to work quicker than others, and she leaves that down going 2-0.
Horizon pitcher has done that. Sometimes she's a little bit quicker getting back on, taking her signal and going. So she's not only is she changing speeds with the ball, she's changing speeds with how she works on the mound as well.
Which can throw hitters off. Here she comes, leaves that one high. You know, I call that like the squat stance. When a girl will get in there and she kind of squats down, it seems like it shouldn't shrink the strike zone, but it does.
Yeah, it shouldn't. The strike zone is when you're in your natural batting
See now
position.
How she squats down in that. Leaves the ball high, 4 straight pitches for a walk by Carly Haas. It seems like Carly Haas has been down on first base quite a few times in the last couple innings.
I think you're right. You know, definitely last inning she was down there. She kind of got hurt going into second. It's good to see her back and still playing.
But we got 1 out with Carly Haas on first base and Shiloh McCall coming up to bat. You know, Shiloh McCall was probably one of the hotter hitters last night. She hit the ball hard, you know, a couple times, and she hit one down the third base line earlier that was hard, just barely went foul.
Just barely foul. She had those 2 hard ones, that she drove way foul as well, too.
So I wonder if they're saying, hey, this girl hit you hard twice, but there's nowhere to put her right now, so if you walk her, you're just giving up a base with 1 out. Coach is coming out saying, hey, she hit it hard. You play right there. Left fielder's moving in. Nope, moving back. She's confused.
She's confused. And innings are getting late. You know, mistakes now are more amplified than they are in the first inning.
In my opinion, they got that left fielder in too close.
I think you're right.
Ooh, she takes the first. You know, Shiloh is a pretty patient hitter.
But, you know, she's been starting off with changeup.
Yeah.
Changeup. So maybe she was looking for changeup on that one and gets the fastball and is like, hey, I'm not ready to hit that one yet.
Nope. You never know what's processing through the hitter's mind. Then she goes back to, it looks like a cutter or a circle curve. I don't think that was a changeup.
No, I wouldn't. That looked like it cut in.
So that's a 1-1 count on McCall. Bottom of the 5th inning. The score is 5-6 as Round Valley got a little bit of a threat going on. Right down the middle, but she just misses it.
Missed. That ball was going to go for a long ride.
Man, she was a fraction of a half an inch off to driving that ball deep into the gap.
Yeah, you tell they're just missing her. They're seeing the ball well.
So here it comes, 1-2 count. She throws it high. The catcher tries to frame it, doesn't get the call. That's going to lead to count 2-2, but that pitch definitely looked high to me.
Yeah, that's definitely a little bit high. Great call by the umpire. The catcher did try to get it down quickly.
Inside. I think
Horizon fans.
The coach is out. The coach is out of the dugout on that. He didn't like it, but that ball was definitely good 6-7 inches inside. Full count.
I didn't think
1
it was
out.
very close. So great call by the umpire.
Boom! She drives it to center field. Center field is not knowing what the shortstop's going to do. That is a lazy fairly lazy play by the center fielder.
That's a tweener. When it first got hit, I mean, it's hit high, but I don't know if the center fielder gets to that.
No, the center fielder looked like she thought the shortstop would run out to that. The shortstop obviously has to turn her back to get there. Can't make the play. Merrick Newby again coming up with runners in scoring position. She really needs to get into a ball right here.
Yeah, you'd like to see her get one right now and retake the lead here for the Round Valley Elks.
You know, if she can get one here, you got Kayla Logan, who's squared the ball apart every time.
Hey, you know what? She should be a Tide commercial over there.
Ooh, she shows bunt. A little delayed show on the bunt. Pulls back for ball inside. 1-0 count with runners in scoring position. With one out, Round Valley has a chance to make some noise right here.
Absolutely. A bunt here is not a bad idea if you can get it down, because you'll move the runners up for sure and probably get to first base.
Here's Merrick, the third baseman, is super tight. They're playing her to bunt. She's not bunting there. Takes another ball, 2-0. You know, this is where the Horizon Honors pitcher seems like when she gets behind in the count, she has struggled a little bit.
I think you're right. And you got the coach down here hollering a little bit, which that gets in the kids' heads.
Yeah, that's worse for I agree with you. You know, as a coach, we try not to holler at the umps because it doesn't benefit you really at all, especially on balls and strikes.
And, you know, then once you start hollering, all of a sudden it feels like every close call goes against you.
So here I think Coach Emerald's got to give or take. It looks like he says green light, but, man, in my opinion, you're trailing by a run and the pitcher's struggling. You got to be taken right here.
I think you're right. You know, you don't have a strike yet. Just
be smart.
Exactly.
Nope, she's got a green light. She definitely takes a hack at a pitch in the middle, running the count to 3-1. Coach Emerald's okay with it.
That's why he's the coach, and I'm just an umpire, and every now and again I moonlight as a YouTuber.
So here we go, a 3-1 count with one out with runners in scoring position. We'll see what Horizon Honors does in this situation. She's got to come with one of her better pitches. It's got to be in the zone.
Yeah, you don't want to load the bases up here.
Nope.
Now you got the coach taking
So,
time on his signals.
I think we're going to get a cutter. That's if I was now the ump doesn't like it, they're going to walk her.
Yeah, you can walk at any time. But
no, I don't think that was intentional. I think it took too much time. He gives a 10-second call, which I've never seen in a playoff game.
The batter has 10 seconds to get in there. Pitcher, after the batter gets in, has 20 seconds. If you do that, it is a ball.
That is a ball. The pitcher was in the circle on the mound, and it took more than 10 seconds to deliver the ball. That is the correct call. But
it's the right call. It's a gutsy call.
Oh, and here's Kayla Logan, probably one of the best hitters. She's going to – oh – I don't necessarily agree with that. Catcher was crossed up. The pitch was down and inside, and the ump gave a strike call.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Bases loaded right here.
Anything scores a run, Kayla Logan just needs to make contact.
Yeah.
She makes contact. It's a little bleeder, and we got foul ball all the way around, and she still makes the play.
Now you got an 0-2 count, so now you got to start really protecting. You don't want to give an easy out here and take away a great opportunity.
I mean, you were given a base.
You were given a base. You really were.
It was a 3-1 count. I'll give them that. It could have been a one-pitch walk anyway. But it's still, you were given a base. You got your leadoff hitter with the bases full with one out in the bottom of the fifth. She fouls it off. That's a great, she has a swing of that because he called that inside pitch strike last time.
Absolutely. And you got to give credit to the Horizon pitcher here.
Coming back.
Well, yeah, you took too much time. And that's probably the first time I've ever seen that called, and she just responded really well.
She takes a hit, going to tie up the game. But, Paul, can I tell you something? That's going to tie the game 6-6, but I think that's on the Horizon coach.
Absolutely.
Because he changed the call. The catcher shook it off, looked back. He tried to give another call, but the problem is the pitcher had already taken the mound. What maybe should have happened in that situation, in my opinion, is you call timeout, walk out, and talk to your pitcher.
Absolutely.
And then you don't get the delay of game call.
Absolutely. And now, your Horizon pitcher is probably a little frustrated. That extra walk, a couple of great pitches, and then hits the girl, walks it in, ties the game up. So
you got a 1-2 count on probably one of Round Valley's best hitters, and you hit her in the leg.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see happen if you're Horizon Honors.
Here Mariscal's coming up with the bases loaded with one out. The game is 6-6 in the bottom of the fifth. This would be a great time for Maddie Mariscal Sr. to show some leadership and get into the ball.
I tell you, we got a comment. Craig Robinson, he's actually working in Durham, North Carolina. His daughter is the first baseman, Adriana Kay. And I tell you what, Adriana's played a tremendous ball game.
I think we've given her a couple props in the game, a couple good scoops.
I hope so, Craig. And we hope that you can come home soon and see your family, but we appreciate you tuning in.
pull the
we're
first.
happy to do this for you.
They pull the first and third baseman in. They think Matt Mariscal might be bunting. To get this run across. Her hands don't. She is bunting. She puts a bunt down.
Oh, tough.
That's
bunt,
a great
tough
bunt. She is safe. Oh, she's out.
It's a.
Oh, go get up, go. I don't know why Mary Nubia is trying to call him out. They're going to score 2 runs on an overthrow. 3 runs. They're going to send all 3. She's going to clear the bases on a bunt.
Rarely do you see the home run bunt.
Oh my God. Well, 1, it's an out. So we have a 1 to 2 fielder's choice out, overthrow to third base and clear the bases on a throwing there.
You know what, Craig, your daughter made a tremendous play to get that there.
Oh.
Smart heads up play, kick it to the catcher who just has to touch the base, but then you get a throw to third to try to get the runner retreating back to third base.
Oh, that's with 2 outs as a catcher, that's when you say put in your back pocket. Don't even make that throw. Let's get the out at home. We got the out at home.
Absolutely. Got the out. Bases are still loaded. Don't throw it away.
Oh.
Gave up 3 runs. 9-6 ball game now for Round Valley.
And definitely the pitcher's definitely frustrated.
I think that was behind the batter, wasn't it?
1-0 count on behind her. Again, number 9, that would be a 3-2 fielder's choice. An error on the number 2, the catcher. Man, that's just crazy. Clears the base around like gets 3 runs on an out.
Yeah, your Horizon, you're not happy with the mistakes that were made to give that up. But I mean, like I said, Adriana made a great play. Just hold that one.
That's one, but you can't fault the Horizon catcher. She's just trying to make. The girl came around third base pretty wide. She's trying to make a play. If the play's down, you're out of the inning with no runs.
Absolutely.
And then it's a 6, just the 1.
And she's got a great arm too. So I think you throw that 100% of the time.
She just let it sail a little bit. Third baseman couldn't catch it. It sails out, and it almost looks like it got caught up a little bit in that track down there and cleared the bases.
And it's tough. You got a kid sliding at your feet.
Yeah. Here's a 2-0 count to 2-1 count. She fouls the changeup back, 2-2. Anna's just, she's hasn't had a great hitting. She got hit that first at bat.
Yeah, she's been pretty frustrated. Horizon pitchers kept her off balance, changing speeds, changing locations. Horizon pitcher's done a great job today.
But the thing with Anna, she's 1 pitch away from putting that ball over the fence. Oh, just got it off her hands, but that's going to fall unless the shortstop makes a great play running into the gap.
That girl can move.
Yeah, that girl is quick. So number 6, I believe, is Wilson. She makes a great play in the gap, getting the out for the 3rd out. We're going in the top of the 6th. Round Valley gets a little bit of a break, running the score 9-6 in their favor.
9-6. It's a great time, with 2 more innings for Horizon to get back into this ball game. But again, they've got 6 runs at this point in 5 innings. They can definitely get a couple more runs and tie this thing up.
They definitely can. It looks like the Horizon coach I think he's still steaming about
he's taking the long way around to try to walk it off.
The free base call. As a coach, that's one thing you got to learn, not to let bother the officials. They're going to be a factor of the game no matter what you do.
Yeah, you're right.
But you can't change the way you coach because you disagree or agree with the officials.
Yeah, and the truth is, the kids take their lead off of what the coach does and how the coach acts and reacts. And if the coach reacts poorly to the officials, pretty soon the kids start reacting that way as well, and you lose them. The kids, and that's how you lose ball games.
And I'm not one to talk. You know me. I'm a pretty passionate coach, but I've learned as the more years I've coached, it's better for me just to call timeout, have a conference with the officials so the kids know I have their back instead of showing a lot of emotion from the dugout.
Absolutely. And, I up there, we know that there's been enough issues and here and there, but I've always had a good relationship with you and have been able to respect you as well. And it just comes to that. It just comes to having the conversation. Be willing to talk to the coach. Be willing to talk to the officials. And the kids understand that and they appreciate it, and then you have a cleaner ball game.
And the bottom line is the goal is to play the game right and get the right call every time we can.
Yeah, well, I'm not going into the majors anytime soon.
Yeah.
Even though I might be as good as Hernandez, I don't know. But I'm not going. My career's over. Your career's over.
Oh.
It's about the kids now.
Mariscal can't pick up the line drive on a 1-hopper. That would have been a great play. I have to say that's a base hit to lead off the top of the 6. I don't know how you would feel that, but
no, that's a hit. I don't even know, if she feels that if she's able to get up and get her.
No, it just bleeds off her glove a little bit. She dives over in the gap and can't get her glove all the way around the ball, it looks like, and it bleeds out in the left field.
I think you call it a great play because if it goes out to left field, it's probably a double.
Yeah, exactly. So number 10's coming up. I believe this is the bottom of the order. She hits it off her hands. Shiloh's coming in hard. She goes to second. That is a great play by Shiloh McCall.
That's a heads-up play by the third baseman getting the lead runner.
That's got to be Did they call her safe? There's no way she's safe.
I think the coach is trying to keep her there and saying that the batter fouled it off of her foot. So now the umpire's going to go back out, talk to the other umpires, and see if they saw anything different.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a great play by McCall, but she definitely wasn't there before the force out.
Oh, no, I think he's trying to force her there to make these guys continue this talk and try to force the officials to say that was a foul ball.
I think there might be a fight between the umps and the coach in a minute.
Yeah, he might get there.
She's out.
She's out.
You know, I'll give it to this head official. He really doesn't cater to any bullcrap, does he?
No, it's tough. I mean, you go out there. I didn't see anything. I didn't see it hit the plate. You're going to go out there to your umpire and say, did you see anything differently? And they're going to be like, are you kidding me? I'm 70 feet away. How did I see it any differently?
You know, that call's got to be made instantly, too. It can't be like, oh, maybe it happened.
Absolutely. And you know when it comes off the batter. It's a tough call to make because there's so much going on at that one time. Sometimes the ball leaves your eyesight and you miss it.
You know, I've seen an ump get frustrated with that same call where he said, well, your batter's out because she stepped out of the box. That's why the ball hit her.
I'm going to say he probably missed that one.
Yeah. But here we go with one out in the top of the 6th inning. Round Valley gets an out second by a great play by McCall. That pitch is left down. And we're at the top of the lineup, though, with Horizon Honors with runners in scoring position with only one out.
Well, we don't have the runner on second. We don't have the runner on first.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
She was called out on the force.
Way to correct me. Me. I appreciate it. So runner on first base.
I had to double check.
Yeah.
I know she stayed out there a little bit longer. And you know, the coach is going to do what he can to try to get the call that he wants to help his kids. But, you know, the more you come in, the more you argue that, the more frustrated your kids are going to get as well.
So here's a 2-0 on the leadoff batter. She leaves it high again, running the count through. I think if you walk her here as a coach, you got to go talk to her.
Someone's got to go. If it's not a coach, you got to get your catcher to go out there. And, you know, when you see the catchers that have been around for 4 years, they're like a second coach on the field.
So I was incorrect. It's a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch right down the middle. She fouls it off down the right field line. That's not going to stay fair. As I said, foul ball.
Now we're full count.
Full count with one out, so the runner will not be running on this pitch, but again, the payoff pitch is what I call it. Pretty sure most people call it the payoff pitch. It's coming right here.
I think so. This is where you want it right here. Best pitch.
Best pitch, best, you know, you got to be yes as a batter.
Absolutely.
See what Walker throws right here to the leadoff hitter. Her fastball leaves it a little bit high.
Little high. Just lost her on that one. So now, you know, runners on scoring position now. One out, runner first and second. Good hitter at the plate. Horizon Honors.
Horizon Honors put some pressure on Round Valley here in the top of the 6th inning. Walker gives up a walk, which she rarely does, and we'll see what number 20's been ahead of her, it seems like every time, and hasn't really squared one up in play today.
No, she's been able to keep her off balance. Been a great job. Starts her off with very close, but call the ball.
You know, again, that's the only pitch we really can't see from here.
It's a tough pitch to see as well. I got the catcher in front of me on that one.
We got the catcher no, but anyway, 1-0 count. Runners on first and second base with one out. Here's the pitch, and it's left high.
Left high. I think you got to get out there and talk to her. Calm her down. You don't want to put that runner on third base.
No, you don't. So, not with one out.
So you got 9-6 ball game. One out.
You're in control.
2-0. You know, just calm down. Take a breath. Don't take too long because we know that does result in a ball.
Here's the pitch, and it's inside, and it's kind of bled away. The runner's going. She is.
Now you got runners in both runners in scoring position now. Base hit, scores 2. So.
Well, and you got number 55 coming up, who's freaking hit the ball off the fence, twice?
Yeah, she's crushed it. Tough catcher, great arm, good bat. Again, Horizon Honors, they're a tough team. They're well deserved of their 5 ranking.
Here's number 2 coming to home. She leaves it high again. There goes Coach Emerald. I think that's correct.
Yeah, it's a good call now. Come on out there. He is limping a little bit. Maybe he was sliding too hard in practice the other day and hurt his knee a little bit. So we have 9-6 ball game, top 6th inning, 1 out for Round Valley. Bases loaded. Tough situation.
They're changing pitchers.
So Horizon Honors, I believe they have 1 loss this year, and that's to Northland Prep, who's also ranked in the top 5. I think they're either 2 or 3 ranked. And we got Muth coming in.
You know, Muth that maybe doesn't have the speed, but she has great control.
You know, at this point, just throw strikes. Round Valley's got very good fielding out there. Now, there's not much you can do. You're probably going to give up a run or 2 here.
You never know. The good thing about, too, with the bases loaded, and I always tell this, is they don't have anywhere to go either. So anything hits you is a pretty easy out.
Absolutely.
And at this time, if I'm a coach, I'm getting outs over runs. I still got 3 runs, so I'm still getting outs.
You're up 3, a little over an inning left that they have to bat. Yeah, you definitely want to start getting outs.
You don't necessarily have to make that out at home, but you got to get an out.
Get an out for sure.
So if you give up a run to get an out, I think that's a good switch, a good exchange right at this point. Now, if it's a 9-8 game, that's a whole different situation.
Absolutely. If you're Brown Valley, you got to make sure you don't throw the ball around as well.
Yep. You got to get an out right now.
And if the ball's coming at you, someone throwing it at you, you've got to sell out. Can't let that ball get past you. You've got to stop the ball. Keep it in front of you.
If it's me, I adjust a little bit to left field, right? This girl's driven the ball to left center twice hard.
Yeah, I think so. And the center fielder is shading a little bit left.
Good call. Macy Soderquist is a little bit off the line, so we do have a little bit left. Nope, she's coming back to the line a little bit now.
Yeah, I think you need to shade her a little bit left.
I don't see her going to right field.
So moves tough. She's not as fast, so it's more likely going to get pulled.
The pitch should.
Oh, great pitch to start it, but it's called a ball.
1-0 count. Little inside pitch, but again, Horizon Honors has wanted that pitch a couple times, and he hasn't given it to him.
Absolutely. He's been consistent with that pitch for sure. A tough pitch to start it off with.
Right down the middle, that's got to be an infield fly. Batter's got to be called out.
Infield fly, batter's out.
Shiloh makes the play, but she needs to pay attention because those runners can advance on their own if they chose to.
Absolutely.
I've seen people fall asleep in that situation thinking that the ball's dead, where it's really not dead. It's just an infield fly, and runners can tag and advance.
Yeah, absolutely. Great start by Emily. Able to get 3 pitches, get an infield fly out, so no one moves.
Well,
2 outs.
Emily's, I think, hard to hit because she leaves the ball up in the zone as a strike. And so you hit the bottom half of that ball a lot.
Yeah, the upper zone's tough. And like I said, you do get a lot of foul fly balls just like that.
There it is, ground ball to McCall. McCall can't make the play. They're going to score 2 runs on this.
Maybe 3. No, they're going to stop.
They're going to hold her there. Well, I don't know. The ball's being thrown around, but the backup, good play by Allison.
9-8 ball game.
Oh, that play needs to be made.
You got it. Who cares if you get the out? You gave up 2 runs by letting it get past you. And I think she took her eyes off the ball because it wasn't that hard hit.
No.
And she took her eyes off the
All you
ball
gotta do is
she could
touch
step
third.
on the base. Yeah, just mental error.
That's all right. Here you go. You come after this batter. I don't know what she's really done today. Now it's a 9-8 game. Now you got to make the play.
You got to make the play. She's hit the ball hard last night, I can tell you that. She hit it to the fence multiple times. So there's a lot of power here at this hitter.
Oh, well, there's a free base.
Well, you know what?
She got it.
Yeah, she has the potential to hit the ball well. Put her on first base.
Well, here's the first baseman coming up to bat. The number 54 is going to walk that one off for a minute.
Yeah, that caught a lot of meat up there in the upper arm. It's definitely going to hurt.
Well, now we got a 9-8 game. Round Valley gives up 2 runs in the top of the 6th so far with 2 outs on a E5.
Yeah. I tell you, Craig's over there in North Carolina, probably sitting on the edge of his chair right now, waiting to see if his daughter can get it done. Be a great opportunity for her right now to step up and be a hero for Horizon.
Here it is with 2 outs, bases loaded in the top of the 6th inning.
And that's outside.
She throws it outside 1-0. Paul's over here making sure the ump doesn't make the wrong call before it's made. Just make sure he's on.
I'm calling it for him. I'm starting to feel it a little bit. My knees have recovered a little bit from last night. Ready to be out there. It's not excruciatingly hot like it was yesterday at 4.
Here's the pitch, and it's going to be right down the middle. That should be caught by Carly Hawes. She's on beat in foul territory. Round Valley gets out of it with the bases loaded. Really, Allison Muth comes in and does a heck of a job getting out of it. She should have got him out of it with no runs.
She should have got out with no runs, but gives up the 2 on the overthrow, or not the overthrow, the kick, the error at third base. But she made the pitches she needed to get out of it. Now we got 9-8 going to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Like Paul said, we're going to the bottom 6 inning, 9-8. What I like about this situation is we're still up by 1. If we can put 1 or 2 up here and close it out in the 7th, we're going down to the bottom half of their lineup, Paul.
Yeah, that's where you want to be. You're happy to get that out. That puts you at the bottom half. Makes it a little bit more difficult to get those runs on. But you need to get a run or 2 here. Answer and stop the momentum that Horizon has. Because Horizon right now, if they can go 3 up, 3 down, you like their chances of tying this ball game.
Yep. If you can get up a run or 2, like you said, and you can stay away from 55, who's probably, I think, their best hitter. She's 8 away. You got a good chance to close it out in the 7th.
Yeah, she's a tough hitter. A great ball player.
They got lucky. I think she popped up with the base loaded, Allison, and then if we could have just gone down and touched third, we would have been out of the inning being up 9-6. But now it's a 9-8 game.
9-8 game.
Bottom of 6. This is why you play in the playoffs, right?
Absolutely. And, you take those practices, you take the field, and try to get perfect at it. And a little bit of a mental lapse, and there goes 2 runs.
But just like you tell Shiloh, errors happen. That's part of the game.
Absolutely.
You're still up 9-8. Go up here and get it back on the bats.
Yeah, and probably because, baseball, softball has a lot of karma in it. She's going to be up here to bat here shortly.
Yep. You got to have a short memory as a softball player, as an athlete. As an athlete, I've yet to see an athlete be perfect at any sport.
Absolutely. Athlete, umpire, same thing. We make bad calls, we make mistakes up there. You got to say, you know what, I missed that one, but I'm going to get the next one.
Paul, I know
same thing.
I know you make bad calls. You don't have to tell everybody.
Yeah. Only when I'm in Round Valley.
I'm just kidding.
Only when Robert's yelling at me.
Well, it's a little pressing, huh?
Yeah.
Here's Emily Muth, the first pitch down the middle. She looks like she just pulled off, stepped outside a little bit with that front foot.
Yeah, just pulled off that one.
She just missed it. It looks like I think her timing was right. It looks like she just, pulled her bat back a little bit.
Yeah.
She bunts the second one right at the pitch. The pitcher's got to get out of it quick, and that first baseman cannot pick that one up. She's picked up everything today. She's going to go to third. Standing up, and that's got to be an E1. That third baseman stretch, she's caught everything else today.
She did everything she could to get that one. I'm not sure who you're going to give the error to on that.
Oh, you always have to give it to the person throwing the ball if it goes in the dirt. That's automatic.
Yeah. So who did that? The third baseman?
No,
yeah, E1. Yeah.
E1. So error on the pitcher.
Absolutely.
So that'll be. You give it an error all the way around, but we got a runner in third position. Her sister up right here's the runs we were talking about that we can, generate.
One, outs, runner on third.
You
got to get one in.
Oh, I agree. Allison leaves that ball inside. Allison has been hitting the ball hard today, though. I think you find yourself even if she hits a deep fly ball, you're going to get a run.
Absolutely. Put this one in the air, run scoring. So just look for a pitch to drive right here.
Ooh, she gets a changeup and leaves it down.
Wow, I thought that ball was going to stay up, but it died when it got near the plate.
I think their coach thought it was going to stay up, too, because he wanted it. So 2-0 count with no outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, 9-8 game. Runner on third base, and her sister up to bat.
Well, I tell you right now.
Boom, she hits that ball hard and almost hits Coach Emerald. That would have given her $5 if she hit Coach Emerald.
He would have had to put another KT strip on.
Yeah. He's quick enough to move on that one good leg.
Absolutely. So, no, right now, you're down one. You're wanting every call. You need every call. So he's going to do what he can to try to help the officials get it.
If you're sitting at home right there and wonder why the girls aren't running, once that ball goes foul, that ball's dead until the pitcher touches it again. They cannot advance. The ball was rolling off over here. The catcher wasn't even at home. So
yeah, the umpire has to put that one into play before it becomes live again. So
here's the pitch.
Okay, someone's barbecuing.
Paul's getting hungry. 3-1 count with the runner at third base. Emily Muth is on third. Allison Muth is up to bat with a 3-1 count with no outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Round Valley leading by 1.
Yeah, you like to see Emily get her.
She hits it. It's a hard bounce. It's going to go over. That's going to walk her sister in, basically. Emily's rounding first like she's going to take second, but decides that's not going to work out and stays at first base.
You know what? Don't run into outs right now. Keep this inning going as long as you can.
It looks like Hallie Armiel is going to see her first playoff game today.
Yep, and now that it moves to pitcher,
yep.
It's a courtesy runner, so it's not a substitution.
Nope, it's just a courtesy runner. And Hallie's pretty fast, so you're going to get a little bit more speed on the base path. With no outs, Round Valley should be up. They gave the score.
It should be 10-8.
10-8, there it goes.
Yeah, I've never seen a play where you take runs off of the scoreboard.
So 10-8, Round Valley with no outs here, and Macy Soderquist is up. Here's the pitch, and it's right down the middle. She just misses it. Foul ball. It looked like it was foul tip. He just called it a straight strike.
Yeah, he called it a straight strike. It may have been. She was right on top of that one. She just missed it.
Takes a deep breath, resets herself. Let's see what she can do with no outs. 10-8 game, bottom of the 6th. Round Valley got one of those insurance runs they needed.
She
leaves that down. Hallie's getting a little further off. This catcher likes to throw.
She does. If you're Round Valley, if she can pull this ball, left fielder is in close. She's practically playing third base.
They're playing her to hit at the right field.
Absolutely.
Here's the pitch. She gets the pitch to pull, fouls it off.
That's coming to the fence.
Like I said earlier, every one of the girls that have the top 10 and 11 girls in Round Valley's lineup have all hit home runs, so they all have the ability definitely to drive it over that left fielder's head.
Yeah, there's a lot of power on the Round Valley side.
There's a pitch. She swings. Hallie steals. She is called. I can't tell what he's going to call. Safe, but we have a strikeout. I thought that was a foul ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on that one.
Well, the bottom line is she stole. The catcher didn't catch it, so it must have just been a strike 3 swing. One out with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, with runner on first, you can't run.
But I thought it was a foul ball. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
But it must have not have been, obviously.
Yeah, I was getting a text from Greg Chavez. So I was taking a look at that, Greg. And Greg, I'm working with Mr. Troy Merrill here. So
I don't know if Greg likes that.
Greg likes you.
I'm just kidding. Well,
most of us officials, we like you. We know you bark a lot. You're like a chihuahua. You bark a lot. Not much bite.
None. I'm old. Carly Hawes tries to bunt. The first ball fouls it off the first base line. The second ball, a little high in the zone when she fouls it off the first base line.
No, what I like about you, Troy, in all honesty, is you're passionate about your kids and you fight for your kids, and that's a great thing to do. And you know you're a heck of a coach. I have a lot of respect for you.
Well, I appreciate it. Same with you. My thing is I really never have any problems with the officials. I give them crap off the field, but really, when it boils down to it, it takes all of us to get these kids through the programs, and hopefully they just succeed, and it's something.
Yeah, and if I make a bad call, my insurance rates go up. So I really work hard for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's foul ball.
Runs the count to 1-2 with that foul ball.
I tell you, my son Kale, right on that one. He must have been talking to the Matrix and figuring out where that ball was going.
I think Cal forgot that they don't give free snow cones anymore.
I tell you about Cal the other day. He was over at a St. John's baseball game, and he is working hard to get the foul balls.
She takes strike 3 right down the middle.
That's tough, but great pitch by Horizon, getting the first out of the game. But Kale's working hard at this baseball game. He's getting every foul ball, and visiting teams like going out there and getting the foul ball from him and throwing it in. And Kale comes up to me, he's just frustrated as all can be. He's like, I got him. I got to keep him. I'm like, Kale, they're $10 a piece. No high school program can afford you to have all their baseballs.
McCall hits that ball high right to the center fielder. She makes the catch. Round Valley does get one insurance run going into the top of the 7th inning. It is a 10-8 ball game in Round Valley's favor. If Allison Muth can come and just close this out, like I talked to her, well, I'm proud of Kale too. I'll tell you what, he's a hustler. He's our assistant directive producer, right?
Well, I think Judge Latham gave him executive producer
He's just
status.
executive producer.
He's the man.
He's got more authority than his dad at this point.
He does. I tell you what, with what we're doing here, and Kale's been a huge part of our Legacy Team Productions, and he's worked closely with the county attorney, Michael Whiting. He's worked closely with Judge Latham at games, running cameras. His best friends, I think, in the county are the county attorney and the presiding judge. So he's got some tout as a kid.
I think he wants to be a criminal. He's just trying to get everybody on his side. So if he gets in trouble, he gets off. But I don't know if it works that way.
Not with Judge Latham. Judge Latham and Mr. Whiting, there's a lot of integrity between those two men. So good men. And like I said, Judge Latham had this vision, and this vision allows us to show 2 great high school softball teams playing. And, we owe it to Judge Latham.
I agree, and I want to give credit to you guys too. Legacy is out of St. John's, Arizona. They're staying here to help us, broadcast a town that's in the, probably their biggest rivalry, if not maybe one of the biggest rivalries in the state.
Yeah, I think for sure in the state there's a big rivalry between the two. But you know what? At the end of the day, in my opinion, and I didn't grow up in the town, they're great kids. Both sides have great kids, and they're all really related. The families are so related between the two towns that we should work together and we should show what great kids we have in our area.
Well, and as the lodge is getting built, I think we'll see a lot of the same kind of quality stuff the kids put together for that town.
Absolutely.
In Eager, Arizona, Round Valley, Springerville.
And I tell you, with the Legacy umbrella that we have and Judge Latham and his wife, there's a lot of great things going on up there for the kids. Every year we have a summer kickoff, and we're having it here in a couple of weeks. It'll be after Round Valley graduates, just before St. John's graduates, and we'll have over 150 kids at the loft for a big party and a big dance, and keeping the kids safe while we can.
That's amazing.
So we just try to.
He gets the call on that one. Sorry, Paul, I didn't mean to cut you off. That looked like the same pitch to be twice in a row. One's a ball and one's a strike. So 1-1 the count.
1-1. Great pitch. You like it if you're Round Valley, you're Horizon, you're like, come on. But no, with the Lathams, we really appreciate what they've done, and the focus is on keeping our kids safe. and giving them productive, positive environments to do things.
You know, and I think Judge Latham and his wife Shannon do a real good job keeping kids safe and, you know, really fighting the drug problems that the youth have to deal with today.
You know,
the ball's hit to the second base, and Logan charges it, gets the good hop, makes the out. Round Valley is 1 out closer to advancing to the semifinals.
Yes, they are. 1 out. 10-8, top 7, 1 out. Again, like you said earlier, they're in the bottom of the order, number 25, so it's like 7 hitters.
Yeah, you know, as a coach, you're looking perfect. Here you go, you're in the last inning, you're going to the bottom. Well, you just don't want to see that top roll around.
Yeah, you don't want to get to number 1 hitter again. That's where you get your big innings. When you roll the top, you get big innings. So you'd like her to get 2 more outs real quick.
That ball's left right down the middle of the plate and called a strike. Again, I didn't know if he was going to call it or not. 0-1 count.
It's hard to hear him with the headphones on and then the crowd cheering. It's tough to hear that first strike call, so we have to wait about a minute and a half for him to hammer it.
Second pitch, changeup. It definitely doesn't fall in the zone.
That might have been an illegal pitch in men's softball. It might have been too high.
Definitely didn't have the drop.
So it's good to throw one of those out there. Let them know that, hey, this is here. You have to pay attention to it.
1-1. The pitch is right down the middle. She fouls it off, just misses it, running the count to 1-2.
Northland Prep beat Morenci 6-2. We got a final there.
Good game.
Yep. And then Benson also won. They won 11-1 in 5 innings.
Yeah, you kind of figured that. So it's panning out the way.
1, 2, and 3 of 1. Now we have 4 and 5 battling.
Here's the pitch. She keeps her hands back. She needs to feel that in foul territory. Running the count. It's going to stay 1-2.
And I tell you, that one was set up by the other one that was way out of the zone.
Yep, that was actually a good 1-2 pitch right there. You come back, and there's not a lot you can do with that as a hitter. You either swing through it or bleed it foul.
Yeah, that's a great pitch, and a great job battling that one off. And
now the fastball is going to look fast.
Yep. And there it is, right down the middle. Throws it by her.
Gets her, throws it by her. She strikes out. That gets us to the number 9 batter, 7-8-9. Like I said, coming up in this, you know, Round Valley's got to like their chances at this point.
Well, you look at the excitement. Carly Haas comes running in there, smiling, dancing, cheering. You know, here they are. When's the last time Round Valley Elks have been in the semifinals of the softball tournament?
Oh, it's been a while. It brings a little tear. You like to see these kids that get excited.
Absolutely. They've worked hard for this moment, so you like to see her just come in here and finish.
There's a strike down the middle, number 10. She's fairly far behind that. You know, she just said, I better swing.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to swing on that one or not, because at that point, by the time she decided to swing, it was going to do nothing but foul it off.
Well, here we go. 2 outs, bottom and top of the 7-10-8 game with 1 strike on the 9th hole batter.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. That's a great pitch right on the outside corner. Just getting more command of that changeup. I tell you, my favorite pitch in softball is the changeup. It can be absolutely devastating.
Now she's going to throw a high fastball out of the zone. It's going to be hard to stay off of.
Yeah, you don't want to be near the zone on this one.
There it is. High fastball out of the zone. Strikes her out. Round Valley Elks win in 7, 10-8. We'll advance to the semifinals to play Benson.
I tell you, heck of a ball game. I knew we were going to have a great ball game after watching Horizon last night. Horizon's lost twice this year, both to top 4 teams in the state tournament. They have nothing to be ashamed of. 10-8. They battled and battled and battled. Congratulations to Round Valley. In the semifinal game, I couldn't tell you when the last time that happened. They've got to be excited. If you want to watch it, it'll be on the NFHS network. We cannot get the rights for it because that goes to NFHS. All right, we got to get off real quick. So appreciate Troy for helping us out.
Thanks.
And congratulations and good luck to Lady Round Valley, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Welcome to another Legacy Teen Production broadcast. My name is Judge Mike Latham. We founded Legacy Teen Productions in 2020 as one of the many proactive youth engagement programs that are part of our Legacy Teen Centers. Our goal was to provide high school students with the opportunity to learn about video production, editing, camera operation, and live streaming. Each broadcast is filmed and produced by local high school students and mentors from the Loft Legacy Teen Centers. These broadcasts